likes and shares so we can get some debates going. And only click that guest request if you disagree with the background. I need to clean off this desk. Alright, only join if you do disagree. We are just looking for debates. What's up, everybody? Alright, make sure that... I'm doing good. I'm a woman, though, so I don't know if you're calling me king because you don't know, or just calling me king in general. But I don't have a sty. This isn't a sty. I just have like these red bumps on my I get them. They're like, I don't know what they're called something. Yeah. What's up? What's up? Only join if you disagree with the background. Y'all run them likes and shares up so we can get some debates going. Appreciate you. What's your go-to show right now? Ooh, I don't have one. There's like I finished everything, so I don't have like a show I've been. If you want like a go-to movie, probably The Goonies every time. I don't have like a show that I'm putting on. Yeah, I get that I look like Parker. If you don't mind me asking, my pronouns are she, her. What's my go-to comfort show? Movie or show? Like TV show? Or movie? Show. I look to comfort movies. I'm more of a movie person. But if I were to put on a show, I'm not gonna lie, it's probably gonna be like Jersey Shore. Maybe some reality TV show. Some sort of reality TV that I think is funny. What's up, everybody? But yeah, thank you so much, Mary, for the hand hearts. But yeah, if you're joining, you disagree with the background, click that guest request to debate. We are just looking for debates. Thank you so much, Annie, for the hand hearts. Sorry for the the fireworks. Thank you so much. All right, only join if you disagree with the background. We are just looking for debates.
Hi.
What's up, Aldi?
21.
All right, why do you disagree with the background?
Shut your bitch ass up.
Holy hell, bro. That's so fucking gross. Dude, that hasn't happened to me in a minute. I'm sorry, everybody. Jesus Christ.
Hello. That was crazy.
Yeah. Men. Why do you disagree with
Well, you're trying to be a man, though, right?
No, I'm not trying to be a man.
Yeah, you are. You're committing gender appropriation. The way you're cutting your hair and all this and the clothes that you're wearing. You know what it is.
Multi-guest live access has been restricted due to community guidelines. No. Somebody flashed the fucking camera, which means I just got multi-guest restricted because they flashed the camera. It's not working, y'all. All right, I'm gonna do a restart and try. I can't repeal it. No, I don't care about going on Bell's live. I wanted to run my own live. Um, I'm gonna hit a restart and try and appeal it at least because I don't know why I would get banned for that. Alright, BRB. That shit's fucking nuts. Maybe I'll make it. Maybe I'll make it a second account to go live on. I had a second. Let's see if this works or not. If it's not deleted. Oh, my second one just got reactivated. Hell yeah. I know I appealed it. I'm just waiting. Yeah, hold on. Let me do this. Let me go to my main account and put my alt in my main. Alright. Dude, that's so nuts. I'm not even gonna lie. Okay, I just quickly put my backup in my account if you want to go follow it. Let me do this actually. This doesn't really make any sense. I did a debate once and got flagged. Did you cuss with somebody or something? Dude, that's so annoying. That's like so crazily annoying. Anybody. I'm also waiting to see if the appeal will go through or not. Because a whole week is crazy. You to be kind and understanding. I believe the down is over 50,000. Dude, that's so crazy. Why, like, and straight out of the gate too. That's what pisses me the fuck off, bro. Like, the first guest I bring up, dude. It's so annoying. I have the flu and period at the same time. It sounds horrible. It was echoing for me in a different live. I'm not sure why. It's having Parker's lives too. I think it happens everywhere. But it happens everywhere because it's like Omega on here now. I did know the down was over 500. Or 50,000, not 500, sorry. Like, you can be as careful. Like, I can be as careful as possible. No, somebody didn't fake report, bro. Somebody flashed themselves. That was the first guest. They flashed themselves. Like you could not, like, it would have absolutely been flagged from the jump. I will say, though, that the flags of, like, people who have flashed themselves, like, their front parts, I didn't get taken down. But that dude was showing his whole ass, so. We'll just see what happens, I guess. My head hurts, my ear. I'm sorry. Can I go live in court? No, that's not really how that works. You're also a weirdo. I hope you know that. You love Scissor City. I'm so dead. Sorry, y'all. I'm just waiting for this stupid fucking appeal. Sometimes it'll... I don't know if it'll do it while I'm live. Why would somebody ask you that? Because they're, like, annoying. They have nothing. They have no hobbies. They have no hobbies and no life. Nothing going for them. No, I do have a Discord, but do I mean morally wrong? Yeah. You're singing songs. Post appeals are quick. Live appeals take a while longer. Yeah, sometimes it's like 10 minutes. It really depends. Like around the 10-minute, 15-minute mark. But considering I wrote like a lengthy little thing for them to read. Do I speak French? No. The guy on the live the other day, My live appeal took 3 minutes. Yeah, it really depends. The guy on the live the other day was so insufferable, I forgot his name. But damn. Oh, Joshua. I remember his name. I'm appealing. Can somebody flash themselves on my live? So we're just waiting here. It's been 8 minutes. It's been a whole 8 minutes. So we're waiting. Am I friends with Sam? Yes. Still traumatized from what? Yeah, Joshua was. That was a tough cookie, bro. That was a tough cookie. Appreciate you, Aiden. People really have nothing to do. Yeah, I agree. How do you even feel about Clavicular getting frame mogged by the ASU frat leader? The world wants to know. You see, Tashika now wants to sue Dean, I think. Waste of money. She's not suing anybody. She doesn't have a case. You guys realize this, right? She's not suing anybody. What she's doing is she's doing the same thing she always does. You just want her to suffer. No, I want her to seek justice because she's unwell and she's going to abuse many people. And I think people that abuse people should like, I think those people should be in trouble with the law. Is the stuff Dean said about Tashika real? I just want to hear from the victim. Yep. I wrote it with him. Also, the timeline's correct. Everything that he said was correct for the people that are doubting it. It's ridiculous. Everything that he said down from the top to the bottom was correct. Some of the other stuff, as far as I'm involved, Tashika's not gonna fucking sue anybody. Are you kidding me? I didn't believe the boys until I heard your name, Loki. Yeah, I mean, most people don't believe men, and that's kind of another problem. But I understand why we would believe like a black woman over. But they use the same, like she used the same shit against me. She called me a white supremacist KKK member the moment that I came out and said, "Hey, like what you did is not okay." And he had receipts, so she got nothing to show at all. No, except out of the one screenshot she's been showing is one I text weird, so like only if you text me you could probably vouch for me, which I could bring up plenty of friends that text me that would vouch for me as I just text in like one lengthy long like message. There's no like punctuation. So you can read it in whatever way you want, but that message was before we ever set like boundaries. So I understand like all this like open relationship shit is weird for people. I didn't say that, but you know, it's all you know, it's all an interesting thing. Not really knowing how to like wrap my head around it. The FBI knows about Tashika. Guaranteed, if they ever saw the white stuff, that's for sure. Yeah, I'm not a fan of punctuation. Except for a bunch of commas, bro. I use a bunch of commas. So it's like it's what they tell you not to do. One misconstrued text is a drop of water in the ocean compared to what she did. 100%. But she tries to use that to justify. She gives Clout Chaser saying she can't talk about them, then proceeding to talk about them for hours. Oh my god, you guys have no idea even what it's like to be her friend. She's obsessed with them. She is obsessed. When the cops pull my phone records, and I have all of my phone records because I deleted everything. My God, I would be a millionaire. I'd be a millionaire for the amount of times that you talk about Dean and Parker. Constantly. I'm not going to court. She's going to court. If someone put her words on repeat were you either believe me or get blocked, I know. Yeah, the bingo board shows how unserious she is. It shows that if she makes a mockery of it, like maybe you will too. Where's the substantiation for putting knives in his girlfriend's neck? Like, genuinely, where is that? Like, somebody needs to give, like, you can't just make claims like that. That's crazy work. And I was also friends with her for a substantial amount of time. Never once heard that. I've heard fucking, like, some nasty shit on some people. I've never heard that. Never heard that. She pulled that shit out of her ass. Heard about you and the dean. I hope all is going better. Thank you. I appreciate you. I was so surprised it was related to you because I casually watched you as Bader about lesbian relationships before. Yeah, honestly disgusted. I think like a lot of things were really nasty that she did. Sorry, y'all. I'm still waiting for the appeal to go. The appeal was submitted 14 minutes ago. We shall see. We'll just pray and hope. I think she needs help, and I hope she gets the help she needs. I've always said that. Good to go? Fuck yeah. Did you talk to anybody?
Just earlier.
Okay. And you put my email in there, right? For them to email me?
I did.
Sweet. Fantastico. Why does she hate Ohio? I have no idea, I'm not even gonna lie. He knows she said his girlfriend name on live, right? I don't know who you are, leave me alone. You should ask Dean for his TikTok connection. They should help him during his lives. Oh, I'm not worried about that. I have some people, but I'm not interested. I'm not really like I don't worry about because like in the case of like this event, like they used to like really over mod TikTok and they really don't. You just have to like in the beginning when you first start debating and stuff like that. Sometimes they take you down for weird stuff, but it's not. She's still friends with Sam, or did she lose that friendship too? They are not friends. AJ's productive king. She's chronically high. Yeah. Damn, it gets fucking cold in here. Sorry, we're still waiting for the appeal to be submitted. Or sorry, it's submitted. Sorry, we're still waiting for the appeal. Do you think she'll just send a cease and desist? She can't send it. I mean, she could send a cease and desist, though I don't think she's going to. I don't think she has the money for a lawyer. Though there will be one her way. What are your pronouns, Sheher? Appeal for the live restriction that I have right now. I have a live restriction because of somebody came in and flashed themselves. They were my first guest. It was great. It was fantastic. It was so much fun. It makes me love this app. Not want to delete it. That's for sure. You said she was drunk on the call? No, I didn't. When did I say she was drunk? How come you're ignoring my question? I'm genuinely asking. What was your question? I didn't see it. There's a lot of things that are being asked of me. I know, right? Such a great first guest. Is there proof he was 14? No, but I would say as a debater, the fact that he didn't say his age tells me he was underage. Because he had quickly, immediately, like if he made a joke, right, and they're talking about like underage stuff, he quickly, immediately, naturally would have just been like, oh, yeah, I'm actually this age. Because like, you can pretty much tell when somebody's gonna drop you. When did he state the age? He said he was 19. When? When did he say he was 19? And I also didn't make that claim. That wasn't what I was there for. I was there to tell my story, so. Yeah, I never heard the 19. I heard the like, imagine if I was 14 comment. I'm not gonna lie, yeah, it was. It absolutely was a huge W for, Dean to help me, like, genuinely. Like, I told him so many times, like, I couldn't appreciate him enough. Sorry if I'm pissed off. That really pissed me off that, like, my first guest, I got a restriction for a week. I don't know. They're blocked, though, so. Is she actually pressing charges? No. But I'll let you know. I'll let you know if anything happens in the mail, but I think you can. I don't know how much evidence you need to have in order to get like a cease and desist. I don't know. But good luck. Can we not talk about Tishigan platforming her name, chat? Oh, yeah. Did you finally feel vindicated? In a way, it's a really weird feeling. To have like thousands of people dissect like such a vulnerable thing is like a really odd feeling. My side was explained on Dean's live, so I don't feel like there's no. I've been saying my side for a year, over a year, so no, I don't feel like repeating it again. Like it's been out there. Dean said it perfectly. I sat with Dean and did it. So if my side is what Dean said. There's nothing more that needs to be shared than that. Where am I from? Yes, Dean, as in Dean Withers. Yeah, Dean did a great job. I'm not Parker's sibling, but we look alike. On a happier note, what did you and your girlfriend do for Valentine's Day? We went to a restaurant. The service was terrible, but then we went and got some like candy and stuff. We came home and watched movies, and I fell asleep, and then woke up, and then we just hung out together. Why are Tashika's Discord members denying every allegation on her? What do you think? Me and Sam were never together. Me and Sam are friends. We've always been friends. Y'all, there are always going to be loyalists that don't give a singular fuck. They do not care. And just know that their morals are just less aligned with hers. Yeah, the standalone video, if you don't want to go find the live, but Dean posted the standalone video addressing the allegations. The first, I think 40 minutes. Did you get appealed? No, we're still waiting. This appeal submitted 20 minutes ago, y'all. 20 minutes. We're Meryl Streep's children. I'm dead. I've never heard that, Evan. What's the account on YouTube? Dean Withers. Where do you watch it? It's not my place to say why Sam dropped Tashika. That's not for me. Are you in an agency? No, but even an agency would take 24 hours plus, and so it's one of those things if I get banned for the week, then I'd probably just go on a backup. But are you trying to frame Tashika worse by leaving out info about being in an open relationship? I didn't leave out info about being in an open relationship, by the way. That's been said. I've been saying that for a year. Are you kidding me? I had revenge sex posts. You think that I didn't you think that wasn't known that there was a consensual relationship there? The most important part was it didn't matter if we were in a relationship. It's that she did something unconsensual. You just think for some odd reason that matters, but it doesn't matter unless I'm going to a court because then it becomes domestic. So I don't know why you need to know extra shit. The only thing that fucking matters is that she unconsensually touched herself on the phone. Though I've been saying that. I've never claimed that there wasn't some part that was consensual. She just crossed the line because she's disgusting. You have perfect eyebrows. Thank you. I've actually never been complimented. Nobody's ever complimented that. You said it was before you set boundaries. That's not true. I've never claimed that. It was after we set boundaries. And I actually can prove that too of the date that we sent boundaries in text messages versus the day that we actually messaged her. The message itself literally says, I'll read it. Give me 1 second. Since we all want to play dumb here. Because there's not an hour live where you can go back. This is why you guys follow Tashika and not me. Because if you pay attention to detail, you would never be asking me these questions. But you don't pay attention to detail. Una momento. Alright. Another example is not crossing boundaries, but pushing on them feels disrespectful. Like when you started to try and find your blank spot on FaceTime. AG had expressed that maybe you should figure it out on your own. I was uncomfortable as I felt there was no consent in this situation, what I felt to be this informative, embedding lesson. So, literally, boundaries, the list of boundaries was already set. Well, also didn't take her very long to do that, by the way. I think it was only a month into our friendship before she It's so funny how people will go to bat or make that changes anything. Good fucking luck, you nasty. We're not debating because we're waiting for my appeal to be removed. I have or at least updated. Seeing if my appeal is updated. Yeah, what she wants to do is distract you from her actual shit. What she wants you to do is go, hey, it was consensual at this point, therefore it can't be. I'll read you this text message since that person said that. I want that person that said that to address this, okay? So, because we did have a contract. But I want to know, okay? Because this is what she's trying to do. This is her logic so that you fall for it and she can convince herself of being fucking free of whatever the fuck. I want you to tell me if you think that at one point it being consensual doesn't mean it can't be non-consensual later. My backup account is in my bio. I just put it in my bio. So if you want to follow my backup account in case unless nothing happens here. You can stand with the Shiga. You're probably just as nasty as her. That's fine. I want to remind you that I've never given you any explicit consent for anything that you... I have proof of the other, by the way, of the other. She's saying she's never given me explicit consent. This is just her way around. Explicit consent for any of the things that you've ever done or said to me while you suddenly expected me to receive verbal consent when that is not the type of consent that anyone has ever implied in this relationship is idiotic. Crash, burn, and die IG and leave me the fuck alone. I said, we had a contract, are you good? We blanked... You sent pics, those were consensual, and then you randomly decided to touch yourself on the phone without consent. So you're telling me you didn't need to ask anyone's consent to touch yourself. She said, okay, diva, make sure to take your daily vitamins. Like, what? The call was consensual in means of, the conversation? Up until she started literally sticking her fingers in her vagina. Like, what? Do I need to post it like this? Let me post it like this for you fuckers. Alright? We're on the phone having a girl talk about, oh my god, have you ever this? Have you ever that? Right? I'm not going to say specifics, it doesn't matter. Right? So we get on the topic of G-spots. She doesn't know where hers is. She doesn't know what it feels like. I'm explaining what it feels like. I'm telling you this is my girlfriend sitting next to me, right? Then Sam's on the phone, sees that Tashika looks weird or something. I don't really pay attention. I don't look at people when I'm talking. Sam looks and goes, are you touching yourself? Because Sam looked mind you, I could literally have the police scrub my phone and I literally could have this fucking posted. I could have this proved in a court of law by having them scrub my phone and taking the fucking FaceTime recording. It's super easy. Also, the Ring recording, because my Ring was there. Nonetheless. So, on that phone call, that was literally it. On the phone call, that's it. Literally, that's the phone call. Then we get to, we're having that conversation about G-spots. Then Sam notices that Tashika looks weird. Full-fledged, sticking her fingers inside of her vagina. Trigger warning, everybody. And then... Sam's like, okay, I think you should do that off the phone. I gotta go do homework. Then leaves. Then leaves the call. It's me and my girlfriend. It's me and my girlfriend. That's it. Then Tashika proceeds to continue to ask me, and I go, I think you should take this off the phone. She goes, no, I really need your help. I need your help. I really need your help to figure out what it feels like. Can you tell me what it feels like? Will you please tell me what it feels like? And so I'm then being coerced to continue to tell her what the G-spot feels like. I'm autistic, bro. I fucking fawn. I realized it. I'm a bad fucking people pleaser, right? Nonetheless. Then she fucking continues every time. I said it, I think maybe 3 or 4 times on the phone. I think you should take this off the phone. I think you should take this off the phone. Also, you could have just hung up. It's disgusting. Get off my fucking live. That's just fucking victim blaming. No, I couldn't have when I'm having somebody yell at me and I freeze. So I have somebody yell at me, and tell me, hey, I need you to help me find, right? I need you to help me find where this is. And I go, I think you should take this off the phone. And then she gets her fucking toy. So then we move from the fingers to then a fucking toy. Inserted, right? I'm going in between looking at my girlfriend, in between trying to fucking whatever the fuck, right? And then, so that proceeds on for about 6 minutes, maybe. Also, Tashika was not intoxicated. Whoever said that is a fucking liar. Whoever said that's a liar. There's never been any part where she was, drunk. She doesn't drink. She has stomach problems. She rarely drinks. So, I don't know where this whole, drunk thing came into play. That was not at all. what? And also, intoxication doesn't make a difference. Do you know how many people like do like what? I swear, I know you guys have to be children, bro. Like, I know you guys have to be children. Cause like what? So weird. Nonetheless. Anyways. Thank you, Jerry, for the galaxy. I appreciate you. That's the story. But I think that people think that, like, they're needing to be, like, but why not just hang up? Let me see your account. You look like a child. What are you, 18? Tell me your age. How old are you? How old are you? How old are you? How old are you? You're 24. And you don't understand consent, but you want to play into rape culture? No, fuck using like pretty language for TikTok. Do you understand consent? Do you know how many people play in, but I'm autistic. I fawn whenever conflict happens. I comply so that don't tell me to fucking chill. You tell me why not just hang up? Do you tell rape victims why didn't they fight back? Do you tell people that are in abusive relationships, why don't you just leave? Do you tell people that are alcoholics, why don't you just drop the bottle? Like, what? What kind of fucking crazy ass question is that? Why didn't I just... No, we both have fucking fawning as a what's it called? It's called the fucking... Hey, Jaden! Some sort of mechanism. These are like nervous system mechanisms in order to protect yourself, right? Fawning. Trauma response, thank you. It's a trauma response in order to fucking like protect yourself. I can't help that I'm freezing I'm freezing and complying in order to keep myself like, I don't know what the fuck to do in that. That shit's so fucking confusing. Like, I have no idea. My brain is like, what the fuck? And so is my girlfriend's. Because we're like, what the fuck? So would anybody. If you're on a phone call and all of a sudden somebody starts fucking full-fledged sticking their fingers inside of their vagina, do you think, like, yeah, sure, maybe some people are gonna be like, you're a fucking weirdo and hang up. That's not everybody's response. And I think that the fact that you think that everybody's response should be that way says a lot about rape culture today. That you're blaming me instead of why the fuck did Sheena just do that in the first place? Like, the only question that you should be asking is, why the fuck did she unconsensually stick her fingers in her vagina on the phone call with two people when she never asked for consent? That's the only question that should come out of your mouth. The only question. It was a month into our friendship, bro. Like, what? Fucking wild. Also, the appeal didn't go through, so. I'm gonna create a support ticket. Dude. I know, I need to stop responding to them, because it's like, obviously, like something's wrong with you, too, if you think that, like, if you ask those questions. Like, I'm sorry, I don't mean it in, like, a rude way, but, like, you've clearly, like, either, like, not been around people, or, like, you don't understand consent, you don't understand coercion, you don't understand, like, I just couldn't understand even asking that question to somebody. I never said it was rape. I said rape culture. Yeah, I was on a phone call. Do you know how many people masturbate on the phone unconsensually to somebody else? Do you know how many people do that? Do you know how uncomfortable that is? Do you know that? So you're telling me if you were on the phone and a man calls you and you or FaceTimes you, let's say he starts masturbating, without your aware, like you didn't ask your consent, you're unaware, and like does this thing. If you think you'd hang up, sure. You guys can say whatever you want, but until you're in the situation, don't blame somebody who's on the fucking spectrum for their fucking, like, trauma responses. Why didn't I leave after Sam left? Because I was friends with Tashika. Why would I leave after Sam? How many people have been in a situation that I was in? The apology was to specific, well, I don't know. The apology I would say was, how old was Sam? I don't know. Sam's my age. Dean didn't use me. But y'all can make your fucking own parasocial ass shit. Shit's crazy, bro. Why would I go live with Dean, bro? Like, Dean does politics. What am I supposed to do up there? And also, like, I don't know if Dean wants me up there. Why would I go up there? You don't know reaction until you're experiencing it. Yep. So many people think, so many people say this shit when it comes to, like, grape culture. People will be like, oh, why didn't you just fight them off? Why didn't you do this? Or, like, when they're in abusive relationships, why didn't you just leave? Alcoholics, why don't you just put down the bottle? Why don't you just do that? Why don't you just do this? That's not how that shit works, bro. You have no control over your fucking brain in certain circumstances. Not a single fucking lick of it. Your brain goes, this is traumatic, or, this is confusing. I don't know what to do with this. And then from there, your brain chooses what's best for survival. Like, sometimes I genuinely think the people that are combative have to be like 18 years old and have not a lick of like, yeah, even, let's say I hung up. Let's say I hung up. Great point. Let's say I hung up. Then what? She still had her fingers full-fledged in her. Are you going to address that? It still would have been the exact same thing. I just hung up earlier. Like, what? I just say no 4 times. She still didn't fucking care. Bro, like, it's so fucking funny. I'll say the dumbest shit. Alright, moving on. Let's, if you want to follow my backup account, I don't know if I'm going to go live at this point. Shit just pisses me off. I really got to stop fucking reading, like, the fucking stupid ass, like, there's, like, 1 or 2 people that say the dumbest shit in my chat. Okay, I got live restricted for... Alright, I think, I don't know, we could go... See, the apology memo was to you and not Jaden. Please clarify. The apology memo was, I think, overall apologizing for the, like, I don't know, we can listen to it again. She wasn't apologizing to me because she doesn't give a single fuck. She didn't care. But again, she did admit that she only apologized to Jaden, because she wanted to continue to fuck me, which we weren't gonna fuck anyways. But, like, at least in that timeline, I was, like, really, really ill. So it was, like, gonna be a long, like, she also coerced me in that manner because I was literally sick. I've addressed what I said about Kamala Harris. If you weren't there, go find it. I don't know how to help you. But I don't think like that's something you should really be. Also, don't say my fucking first name, bro. My name's AG for a reason on here, bro. Like, that's fucking crazy. Yeah, Tashika said essentially, let me find it, actually, I have it. I'll just play it. This is like, I don't know why I'm going back over this. You can go watch the video. Go scroll through and like you can go find it on. Dean posted like a literal the entire thing on its own head. You can go. You against Tashika's allegations against him. You had nothing to do with this. He used you. No, he didn't. Also, why? Who the fuck are you? You don't think that I'm not in an open relationship anymore. I was. You don't think that you don't think that I made a decision for myself? Like, you don't think that I sat down with him and made that decision for myself? Y'all are children, I swear to God. You don't think that I want my story out there when I've been speaking for a fucking year plus, bro? That shit's crazy. I've had like the nastiest shit ever said about me just because I said, hey, like this is awful. I'm fucking thankful as hell for Dane. If it wasn't for Dean, bro, she'd still be telling me to fucking kill myself. She'd still be telling me to go starve. She'd still be telling me all this shit. Like, what? Like, y'all don't think. For real. Yeah, totally want clout over this. I totally want clout. I absolutely want clout over something super fucking traumatic that targeted my eating disorder, that targeted my actual life for a year plus when I had maybe literally maybe a couple hundred people that were only like viewing. Like, this is pretty much it. Like, I've only ever had this. Yeah, probably actually, Aiden. I gotta stop playing him, bro. Anyways. I just want to fucking debate, but let's see. It didn't get approved, so we'll have to go to my backup if we even want to do that. I don't know if I can multi-guest on somebody else's. If I lost my guest access, can I still go live with somebody else? Well, yeah, if I can go live here, that means I can go live with somebody else. Yeah. Yeah, she had my real name. But anybody that used to have my old Venimo, my real name was there too. Alright. But yeah, if you want to go follow my backup account, let me go block some people on this shit, bro. I'm not even gonna lie. I'm not even gonna lie. Okay, I'll probably try and run a live over there, get some debates in, or maybe I'll just hop off. I'm not even gonna lie. That shit's wild, though. Getting blocked or getting banned immediately sucks. Oh, the backup is it's tagged in my bio. So if you, I'll probably just post that I'm gonna go live in my gonna go debate. Though I've already wasted a fucking hour doing this shit. Text my girlfriend. She posted her court statement with my personal details. Hold on. let's see. My name is Tashika. I initiated correspondence with Miss Allison G. on the nature of our communications was consistently flirtatious, sexual, characterized by a dynamic of dominance and submission, with Miss G predominantly assuming the dominant role and myself the submissive. This dynamic included 4 individuals: Miss G, her partner Jaden, my closest friend at the time, and me. On October 30th, participated in a FaceTime call during which I engaged in acts of self-pleasure at the explicit request. Yeah, wait till we get the ring recording that was in the room in my phone where there was no request of that. I never requested anything. Also, why would I tell you to take it off the phone? Well, there's 5 slides. One second, y'all. To the best of my knowledge and belief, this act was entirely consensual and was initiated or solicited by Miss G. This is corroborated by both Miss G and Jaden. Her calling me Miss G tells me this isn't real. Subsequent communications between Miss G and me continued without any indication from her that the FaceTime call in question was anything other than consensual. It was only when her partner Jaden expressed discomfort that any concerns were raised. On October 31st, 2024, I extended a formal apology to Jaden via a voice message for any distress caused at any point, no matter how at any point. At no point, however, was I asked or required to apologize to Miss. There's my last name. In the documented correspondence, Jaden did not assert that Miss Grace, who was the direct participant in the FaceTime interaction, expressed any discomfort or objection to the events that transpired. Rather, Jaden commented solely on the degree of attraction between Miss. That's crazy. That's also not true. She quite literally said, "I cannot say that I consent because it took her 8 minutes to say that she did." That's fucking wild. Furthermore, in these voice memos, Jaden clarified that I bore no obligation to apologize for my actions. I affirmed that's also not true. She hasn't re-listened to them, apparently. Holy hell. She likes to lie. Affirmed that I had indeed acted with consent, and stated that her concerns stemmed from feeling excluded from the dynamics of the relationship between Allison and me. That's not true either. Jaden further relayed that Allison felt herself expressed the same sentiments regarding the event. Following this reconciliation of sorts, Allison and Jaden drafted a new set of boundary guidelines to keep Jaden as comfortable as possible. It is on this day that you can see AG's response. In this screenshot, AG's response publicly alleged that I engaged in the aforementioned act without her explicit consent. I am in possession of multiple pieces of evidence relevant to these interactions. Specifically, I have a screenshot of Miss Grace's response from the relevant time period in which, while drafting guidelines for the perimeters of our group relationship, she acknowledges responsibility for not having communicated the boundaries for a sexual relationship to Jaden and affirms that she herself had no objection to the incident. However, although timestamps may be absent, this information can be corroborated by Miss Grace's records, provided the messages are available. Let's see. Well, okay, so, like, what does this screen recording do? This is, like, showing Jaden. This is a time period, sure, yeah. This doesn't show anything that she's saying, though.
Okay. I want to address everything that you said. However, I'm working right now, so if I have to end this because I get a phone call, like, I will come back, I promise.
Why can't I speed up?
But I just want to start from the top here.
I think this goes over something personal.
I just want to say thank you so much for.
I know what this is, and there's nothing in here that corroborates that. I'd play it, but there is personal things in here. If I have the messages, I'd read it. If you stand with Tashika, you're nasty. I don't know what to tell you. You're also probably a child.
I think maybe I didn't conduct myself perfectly in that message that I sent to you. I did my best. But yeah, I just want to make it clear that, like, I was kind of looking for, an explanation and reassurance. I don't want you to, feel like you're caving in on yourself and apologizing for things that you don't, need to be apologizing for, essentially. But I definitely understand, or, like, I relate to a lot of what you're talking about, especially with making and keeping friends. I've struggled with this my entire
What does
life,
this do?
especially girlfriends. Like, it's really quickly. I know I wrote something more. I promise.
Hold on. Can you bring your laptop? No. To imply this was consensual is crazy. No, she never asked consent. To imply there was consent is crazy. There was never consent. She never asked my consent. That's easily proven. In fact, the screenshots that she continues to send me proves that she never asked for consent. Like, if I were to post this one, one second, let me show you this one. Also, her posting revenge check says a lot. This one, read the top of that. Click the screen, hold it so that you clear display. She admits to here for not asking for any verbal consent, right? Said to me why you suddenly expected me to receive verbal consent when that is not the type of consent that anyone has ever implied in this relationship is idiotic. We had a contract. Are you good? She's dumb. She does not track. This was 11/13/25, bro. I don't give a fuck if she sues me. She has no evidence, bro. When they go through my for one, she has to prove damage, that her reputation has been damaged by me specifically. Dean's separate. Dean's a third party. Dean speaking on this is a third party. They would have to go at each other. Me, though, if she wants to go like defamation, she posted the full fucking recording again of you talking about your sister.
Great timing. Great fucking timing.
True. I think that's why I'm reading it, by the way. That's why I want it. Hold on. Let me go. Hold on. Let's go to... Right. Top 2 that she plays. I'm reading them because I know there's stuff in there that's like personal, and I'm sure she would post it because Tashika versus consent. Yikers. I actually don't think any of Jaden's are in here anymore. I'll have to listen to those on my own then, because I don't have any of Jaden's. Yeah, I don't have any of Jaden's anymore. Are you going to do a video recapping? A little lost. No, why would I do a video recapping? Everything that's out there is out there. Like, literally everything. Everything came up because she posted a video against Dean and Parker. Also, like, can you post this live on YouTube? No. Tashika's online posting conversations? Yeah, I know. That's typical. Another one. The same day this text contains explicit content. That's not the same day. She's a fucking liar, by the way. This, you know what she's leaving out in this screenshot? In the screenshot that she's leaving out, where it says this is the same day this text contains explicit content, this was her begging me, right? And this was not the same day. She has no proof this is the same day. And this was before we had boundaries set in place. Way before we ever had a conversation about boundaries. This is not the same day that she invaded on the phone. Because that's why I'm expressing. It's like we need to have a sit-down conversation. So for her to even say that is fucking crazy. What happened to your head? What do you mean? As you can see, these guidelines were made the same day as my conversation with Jaden. Yeah, because she broke the old ones. Because she broke the old ones. The reason AG says patience is virtue is because I had to wait hours for these new guidelines. That's not true. That's a fucking lie, and she's a fucking idiot because I have the entire screenshot. Watch this in fucking 4K, bro. Watch this in fucking 4K, bro. Hold on a second. She's a fucking moron. She is a fucking moron. Hold on a second. This is her. This is her. Patience is a virtue, right? She says, the reason AG says patience is virtue is because I had to wait hours for these new guidelines. AG herself has expressed permission to show every single one of our text messages. That's also not true. I have not. Click and fucking hold down the screen. She's a fucking liar. This is the one. The last message is what she leaves out. The last message is what she leaves out. The last message is what she leaves out. Again, a fucking liar, bro. She's a fucking liar. She is a fucking liar. All she is a fucking liar. That is fucking nuts. Also, 4K, you're a fucking dumbass. You're a fucking dumbass. You are a fucking dumbass that you think that I don't have screenshots to prove you otherwise. That's so fucking nuts. No, she just posted and said the reason AG says patience is a virtue right here is because I had to wait hours for these new guidelines. AG herself has expressed permission to show every single one of her messages. Never expressed that either, by the way. Secondly, I would express that in a court of law, not with her by herself, because she posted all of our sexts. She posted all of our sexts. Here is the fucking screenshot of the reason in which I said patience is a virtue, because she's fucking begging me. The fuck out of here with your fucking lying ass, you dumbass. Fucking idiots, bro. Genuinely fucking idiots. Including the one where she taunts me and says that while in a sexual conversation it was not her but Jaden who would be texting in her place unknowing. That's also not true. I actually can prove that too, but whatever. She's a fucking liar. She's a fucking insistent liar, bro. Please apply your consent method to the screenshot, please. Please apply your consent method to the screenshot? What? Please apply your consent method to this screenshot. Uh-oh. What? Oh my god, bro. Out of context. Posting sexts now, by the way. Posting sexts. So this is revenge corn, by the way. Yeah. This is revenge corn, by the way. Yeah. Whatever, bro. Whatever. Discord? What about Discord?
They are benevolently furthering the interests of the constituent.
All she is a fucking liar. It's alright. It'll be dealt with, that's all. It's fucking nutso. Can you turn us to the screen you're reading off of? It's just what she's posting on her story. Mind you, more than likely she has nobody. She is nobody. Including her telling someone that they need to be raped. That one was fucking horrific, I'm not even gonna lie to you. That one was fucking nasty. Her TikTok story, yeah. Of her twisting shit. There's like... So, like, what's annoying is just the straight up lying. So she sat with this for a few days to figure out how she could lie better, but what she didn't realize is that I have screenshots. Because she doesn't, she deleted everything, is what she said. She's going back on what she said the other night. Okay, yes. She tends to do that. For a long time, she said that Jaden wasn't on the call. Then I said Jaden was on the call. That's also posted on the Reddit as well for everybody. Somebody comment Baby Bob Snark. Baby Bob, and I'll pin it. Somebody, she originally said Jaden wasn't on the call. Jaden had to come up and say, no, I was on the call, right? So my story has been consistent, never changed, been the same the entire fucking time. The entire time. And then, one second, sorry, I'm gonna pin this. There's a video on here. There's a video on here where you can go. Why was Jaden saying she doesn't need to apologize? Cause she, it would depend on the context of what they were talking about. I don't know if she, like, there was a lot. If you saw the fucking 9,000 different recordings, there was literally, like, her statement is giving ChatGPT, but, like, with her in there. Wait. Because now it seems the voice memos tell another story. The voice memos tell this. She said, my behavior on that phone call was disgusting. She apologized because I never confronted Tashika because at the time period I was dying. I didn't really talk to Tashika that much. I had my own shit going on, right? So, like, I never confronted Tashika because, like, it was really uncomfortable. So, like, I don't know. I didn't know what to do. Jaden did, though. Jaden confronted her. I had really bad boundaries back then. I've been in therapy since. So, nonetheless, me not confronting somebody, though, me not confronting somebody means nothing, though. When did I ever say I was okay with her masturbating on the phone? When? When did I ever say that? You sent her sexual text too. Did you also ask for consent? That's not how that works. But also, yes, we had guidelines, so it would be like there's like if you want to get into if you want to get into like the morality of like flirting, sex, and like consent around those, it's not the same as sticking your fingers inside of your vagina on the phone. No, I just have a bunch of fucking Tashika dick riders in here, bro. Yeah, I know it applies to sexual text messages. There was like do you ask for consent every time you sext? My D writers were not in her life. Dean's dick writers. Which I wouldn't say dick writers. Dean's supporters are in there. I call them dick writers because Tashika's a disgusting ass person. Tashika's nasty. Remove my story. Tashika's a terrible person. On all fronts. Like, a terrible person. Her story is so inconsistent, it's not even funny. If you go from the beginning, she said Jaden was never on the phone call. So then why would she apologize to Jaden if Jaden wasn't on the phone call? Why would she say this to me? Right? Because it's not the only time that she's ever fucking, like, she's silly, right? Because she doesn't pay attention. Right? What she's trying to do, Jaden's my girlfriend. What she's trying to do is say, well, these other areas weren't, like, she's trying to shift it instead of dealing with this, the elephant in the room. But if we go to that phone call when it gets scrubbed from my phone, when it gets taken off of my phone, right, you will see there was no consent. Because I asked her not once, not twice, not 3 times, but probably about 4 times to take it off the goddamn phone. While she continued to coerce me to stay and help her find her fucking G-spot inside of her vagina while her fingers and a toy were inside of it. Without my consent or my girlfriend's consent. So let's say you remove me from the equation. She still did it to my girlfriend. So remove me. She still did it to my girlfriend. But she only apologized to my girlfriend so she could stay in my pants. Though I was dying, she knew that. I was at 83 pounds, 5'6". If anybody knows how deadly that weight is, it's terrible. You could drop that in any moment because your heart can't keep up. Then she pushes to stay, even in the text message in which where she says that I specifically said patience is a virtue because she was waiting. That's not true. Because the text messages that were actually there were this one. But I'm going to cover this. Alright? She's saying all these. Alright? I'm going to cover all this. I said patience is a virtue because she's asking to fly down here. And that was, I don't remember when that was. Okay. But I told her she couldn't come till February, but she begged. And I wasn't in the right state of mind. Anyways, I might call... Hold on a second. Let's see, let's keep up with this bullshit. She's too dumb to fucking keep track, I'm not even gonna lie. She's an idiot. None of her story adds up. And this is the problem. Sam can verify. Sam can verify that when her fingers were inside of her, she never asked anybody's consent. That's sexual assault from the jump. Even before there was allegations towards her, I remember thinking it was inappropriate on the live. Probably. I have 3 restrictions right now. Restricted for 10 minutes. Multi-guest restriction. Restriction for harassment and bullying. Belle, you should check Tashika's story. You want to see something funny, Belle? Because I can share this with you in private. She straight up lies about a specific text message. I can show the full one to you, but... She lies about a whole ass text message. And she's a fucking moron. Thinking that I don't have screenshots. Y'all, I don't give a fuck about the beef between her and Sam. That's like so not relevant. That's Sam's story to tell. That's not my story to tell. I don't know why the fuck you'd think that I would be telling you Sam's business as to why Sam ended a friendship with Tashika. That's not my story. That's Sam's story. Yeah, she has, but... I just don't know why she thinks I don't have evidence. I think she's also trying to garner support from the fellow bot creators, which is sad. I agree. I don't know. It's so frustrating what people are willing to do. Because her story has changed so many fucking times. I have not, actually. I was just thinking about him. Last time I saw you, you were the debate person. What the fuck happened? Well, I removed the background because I'm fucking, like... So the first guest came up here and flashed me, so I got multi-guest banned for the next week. Now, realistically, I could go live on my backup account. We could try it there. Let me make sure that I have all the people that I want banned on there. So I was gonna go live till 6, but now it's fucking 5, and I wasted an hour and a half on this stupid ass fucking shit. But it's in my the link is in my bio, by the way. Anyways, she probably hit the live with, I don't know, bro. I might call Sam. Let me text Sam. She's further proving she doesn't understand consent. No, but also, like, I fucking hate this app, bro. I want attention, final boss. Actually, I want to be believed. How about that? How about I want to be believed, final boss? Holy fuck. I don't know. I wanted to debate. That's like literally all I wanted to do. And I got banned. I got banned because somebody flashed themselves to me. Out of anything that could have happened to me, the first thing I fucking hop on live, I do have a backup, but it's like so pointless now because I have to get off at 6. So like realistically, it's so fucking stupid. Who's showing screenshots? She's not posting the full ones for a reason. You guys are silly, but I can't show them. New rule where guests have to keep camera off. You can't do that, but also like I can't force them to have their camera off. I wish there was a fucking setting. Holy fuck. But no, is it that cold in your room? Yes. Secondly, Shell's posting voice memos, I believe, from your partner. Yeah, they don't do anything. What's being the last screenshot she just posted? Oh, the sext? She already posted this shit a long time ago. Unless there's a new one. There's not a new one. The last one she posted. I apologized to her privately because I was unaware that she didn't like it. She told me that she was a brat, so she wants to pose it this way. Damn. She clearly didn't understand the dynamics of a decent relationship. Yeah, I have it back up. I like how she does say that and then gets mad that it's like... But even if she did, right? Like, let's say she, like, was uncomfortable with that conversation. I apologized to her privately about it because I was unaware that she was like, I got autism. I can't fucking read the room, bro, for fucking shit. So you are saying she isn't posting the full screenshots and you say you can't post them. No, because it's revenge sex. Are you guys dumb? If I post sex on here, you understand that I would go down too? Like, all of it will go to the fucking law, bro. It's all good. It's okay. So if she posts them, it isn't the same thing? No, it is. It's revenge porn. When she posts those sex, trying to imply that it's unconsensual, mind you, she did this the first go around, and she texted me, which I have a screenshot of. She texted me the first time around. Yes, I've seen her new stories. The first time around she posted them, she apologized to me because she said it wasn't needed. Because you don't need to. What she's trying to do is prove that at one point it was consensual, therefore it must always be consensual. What she's trying to do with that last screenshot, showing this like dub song, like fucking whatever the fuck. Like that last one, she's trying to show that it's like unconsensual. Mind you, first time she ever did this when she posted the revenge sex is she cropped everything. And I have a screenshot of that too, by the way. I have a screenshot of her, there were 6, like maybe like 9 of them. I had to fucking post all of them. I had to post my own sex. Because she cropped everything. This woman's like literally like, whatever, bro. You just showed us the full context. Why did she crop it? She crops it because she needs you to believe her. because she will not, like, why the fuck would she admit to it? She has a public platform she doesn't want to lose. Tashika doesn't need to give me permission. The law doesn't give me permission. The fuck? She's dumb. She doesn't understand the law. The first thing she posted was, AG, I need your lawyer's information. That's not how that works, dumbass. You know how it does work, dumbass? Is the lawyer contacts you. Tell me you've never been involved with the law and don't have money for the law. She probably is watching. I don't give a single fuck if she's watching on an alt account. Because I don't give a shit. I already dude, literally, for anybody that was in here, I literally have already shown, right? That screenshot that I have, where she says specifically that, here, hold on, I'll read it. The reason AG says patience is a virtue is because I had to wait hours for these new guidelines. AG herself has expressed permission to show every single one of our text messages. For one, no, I haven't. Thank you, Tashika. But if you're watching, I never gave you any consent to post any of our sex, by the way. But the screenshot that I have actually disproves that. She starts sexting me. I said patience is a virtue because she's begging to come here. The last message that she's blurring out is her saying, is like sexting. No, I never said we weren't. What are you guys talking about? Someone puts the 2 on Snark because that's wild. I did post it, so if somebody was in here from the Snark and screenshots it, that's up to them. But posted it before thinking about it, so they can do that. She's a fucking liar. She is a compulsive fucking liar. Which altar is this about Lucille? Oh my god. It's on the Reddit on a live. It's 7 hour. Can you call Sam then? Since she was... No. What the fuck is wrong with y'all? You guys are so parasocial. Get the fuck out of here. Yes, I saw everything. Holy hell. I've seen everything. It doesn't do anything. It actually damns her case even more because she's just lying. And it's actually really easy to disprove. Call Sam by myself, not on here. The fuck? I was wanting to call Sam and get off the live because I'm fucking live restricted. Why the fuck would I call Sam on with y'all? I don't even know any of you. Did she block me? Tashika? Who? Who blocked me? Who are you asking? I didn't give any details of handling with my lawyer. The fuck? You guys are just asking me questions. Like, all it is Tashika, 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 Tashika. Anyways. Stop fucking asking me about her. How about that? Stop fucking asking me about Tashika. Ask me about my favorite color. How about that? Nonetheless, I have a weak ban for somebody flashing me. So we'll see how that goes. Which is kind of good, I guess. I could just fucking get off the fucking internet for a week, ironically. Holy crash out. Holy, you're 9 years old. No, I already appealed it. It didn't go through. They denied it. Even though it wasn't me. Debate me on what? I typically just run like topics around gay people. I deleted the Discord server. It wasn't a poly relationship. Want an orange roll? What's that? Protecting creators. I agree. I just don't understand why TikTok would like ban people for like a guest behavior. Like the guests should be banned. You know what I mean? Yeah, they should implement to where I can turn off their guests, because if anybody can come up and just turn their camera on, because they removed all like you have to show an age or a certain amount of followers and stuff like that. Which the certain amount of followers was good, but yeah. Nah, Tashika's not behind the person flashing me. It's just a random dude. I've gotten flashed by lots of dudes on the app. It's kind of turned into Omegle, I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna bang my head against the wall. Pisses me off is I wanted like a distraction, and here I am. No, y'all don't understand. People come up and troll. You think me telling you no camera is gonna stop them from flashing themselves? No. Dude flashed on Ian's live yesterday. Ian only got 10-minute restricted. Damn. Bro, he fucking flashed his whole fucking ass. How's it going? Not so great. My first guest literally just fucking, literally flashes his whole asshole for everybody to see. So then, I get banned for 7 days. For multi-guest. I've never gotten a multi-guest ban in my fucking life. Yeah, I should just get off the live, though, I'm not gonna lie. This shit's fucking me up. It's so fucking annoying to sit up here and, I think, it was, nobody fucking talked about it. Nobody fucking cared, right? And then it became a huge deal. But now, because it became a huge deal, Tashika's lying out of her ass. And because Tashika's lying out of her ass, that means my ass has to then, like, fix those things. Because there is a little bit of context. But, like, a tiny bit. There's, like, not much that, like, to where she needs it, right? Like, the context she's trying to imply you need is not necessary. Like, the context is really just the conversation, right? And, yeah, she's in hiding. And it's fine, because I can prove all of this. There's a Ring camera in the fucking room. I can prove all of this if they scrub my phone. It's pretty simple. Yeah, she just has a bunch of lies. No, I didn't have a relationship. It was like a friends with benefits. That was it. I don't really expect Dean to do anything, I'm not gonna lie. It's not really his, responsive. She posted again. In both text and voice memos, you both state that what happened was indeed consensual. All of us fawn. I fawned in that apology when I apologized for something I know for a fact I did not do, because I thought that was what I needed to do. Jaden agrees in this memo. However, it seems that after I justifiably yell at you, AG, this is not to a court. For showing me how truly unsafe you were, when I screamed in pain, when I told you to delete my number, you sought revenge. I presume I was still willing to keep our separation private. That's not true. She went public immediately. She was posting all over her Discord immediately. I was being screamed at by her Discord by the thousands. That's not true. That'll be scrubbed too. That changed when you made this public. When you did not receive the reaction you wanted from the audience, you then tried to accuse me of the worst thing possible. Not true at all. Yes, that's what I'm talking about. Yeah.
Did you share this?
I already did, but you told me not to share any text messages.
Well, not anymore. But I saw her
Yeah.
story.
I'm sorry, but when you lie one time, you lose credibility. When you lie twice, you lose credibility. We can play the clip where she says you weren't on the call at all. And then I say, why would you say that? Like, of course Jaden was there. You apologized to Jaden. What have I lied about? Name one thing. Why do I do this to myself, bro? This shit's embarrassing. I'd rather literally... I might just go offline and she could just catch a couple charges. How about that? How about that? I will go offline and she will catch a couple charges. I'm in Discord so I can go in undercover. Tashika's showing proof undoctored. What have I ever posted that was doctored? What singular thing did I post that was doctored? The entire phone recording is posted on YouTube. You can watch it. She clipped sex when she posted revenge sex. I had to post the full ones because she cropped fucking screenshots. What? What the fuck have I posted that was cropped? We have the entire voice recording where in the beginning she says that she was sorry for pushing my girlfriend out because my girlfriend was expressing how she didn't get, like... Of course she's gonna keep posting. She has to figure out a way to fucking flip this. She's the most manipulative, abusive person I've ever met in my entire fucking life. It's not even just me. So far, I have 6 fucking people. 6 fucking people. I've had people reach out to me offline that were close friends with her. I am not the only one. I'm just the only one that's spoken up and been able to, like, provide evidence because she's a fucking moron. Well, plus just because, like, things were communicated in private, but... Of course you can say everything.
Perfect.
You wanna come here?
No.
Okay. Well, I don't know if they'll be able to hear you, babe.
Like in the microphone.
Yeah, babe. I mean, they can't hear you if you're not.
Hi.
Okay.
All I wanted to say is, take note of the fact that Tashika recently said, or previously said, something along the lines of, and I quote, "Bitch, I wasn't here for you anyway." Something about needing my permission to do things with my girlfriend. And now in her most recent story, she's saying, and I quote, her partner, AG's partner, Jaden, my closest friend at the time.
She was speaking about Sam.
No. She's speaking about me.
She said 4 people.
She literally
She just
put
didn't
in
say
quote-
Sam's name.
Hold on. Let me see this.
Watch. I'll show you. Hold on, sorry.
Really quick.
Not this.
It's this one. Jaden.
No. Her partner, Jaden, in
Oh, you're right.
my closest friend at the time, and me.
What an odd thing to say. She never mentioned Sam, though. But she never mentioned Sam.
Can we get some clarity around that?
Yeah, because since when did you become the closest friend, but you're only there because she wants to fuck me?
In fact, in the like what she shared, I was saying that I don't know her very well. Which I
already checked
her
her last story.
I was being genuine. Like, my friendship was genuine. I said, hey, I would love to have a friendship outside of AG if that's something you're interested in. But of course, that's not something I would push. I wanted to be her friend.
Yeah, y'all already know. I've already read all the things. I've checked it, y'all. Please stop telling me to check things. I'm not an idiot. I have to keep up with it because I have to keep tabs.
Do you understand that this, like,
It's a legal matter, bro?
as a victim, this consumes, like, all of AG's energy and time? It's really hard.
I wouldn't say all, babe.
No, but it's really okay. Not all, right? But
That's
this
an
is, like,
exaggeration. I have to take
distressing.
away time.
This is incredibly distressing. And, like, if you put yourself in AG's shoes, you can understand this is a very hard thing to stay
She's
away
watching,
from.
by the way. I hope you
Because
know that.
several people, that's fine. Several people
She's so dumb.
send this to you. Multiple people tell you to check it. So if you're updating your story as you're going, do you know what you're talking about?
For real. Because so far you've made yourself look really dumb. I can't post sex of you, by the way. That's revenge porn. But if I were to clear your name and I can redact certain things, the patience part, right, that you claim was about waiting for guidelines is not true, Tashika. You might want to backpedal. They're calling...
Oops.
Go ahead.
Oh, I just said, how come your story is changing based on whatever, like, story is out there at the time? Why does your story keep changing?
First, I don't know if you remember this, Tashika, but in the very beginning, when you were screaming at me, calling me a dummy on live, you say that Jaden was never on the call. Why would I trust your memory of the events? Tashika doesn't give me permission for the law. Are y'all fucking stupid? The law has laws. It doesn't matter what Tashika says I can post. There are laws in which you can post. Why would I post porn
On a kid's app.
When did her story change? From the beginning, she said Jaden wasn't there, right? She said and I could post that too. Actually, we'll just play it
Also said
together.
Sam wasn't there.
Also said Sam wasn't there, right?
Yes.
I can't remember. I just remember specifically saying that.
It's changed several times.
I'm gonna
There
go
have been times she
on the
said I
Reddit.
wasn't there. She said she wasn't aware I was there, which isn't true.
Hold
because,
on when y'all-
Tashika, you were talking to me and you told me to shut up. And then oh gosh, what else? You said Sam wasn't there at one point. Then you said it didn't happen. It's changed so many times. So I think what we could do is get that FaceTime recording pulled, and then we can just take that up with. Am I breathing down your neck? Sorry. This is incredibly unsettling. Good God.
Rebecca, Tina's here. Tina can reiterate what she said.
Hell, do you want me to give Sam too?
That's fine.
Give me a second.
This is 6 minutes. I'm gonna try and go to where she says that Jaden wasn't on the call. I think it's towards the end there. Oh yeah, because she tells you. What you're like? In what way did it happen? Then
That there was no consent, idiot. You fucking lied. And I'm not dealing with that.
Hold on, I have the thing on Ring for one, but
I don't give a fuck. I didn't deny that it happened. I denied that there was no consent, dummy.
But in your recording, you said you didn't ask for consent.
I was talking to Jaden. I didn't know Jaden was there at first, dummy.
She didn't know Jaden was there at first. But then we can hear Jaden come in, which, mind you, our story has never changed. If you go to Baby Bop Snark, you will hear my story on YouTube. You'll hear my story. No, I actually didn't tell that story till later. Then, right, my story's been on here the same. It's been on the Reddit. It's been on the Reddit. The story has never fucking changed, bro. Never changed. Anybody that's been here from the jump can account for that too. It has never fucking changed. Not once has my story changed. But hers? But you did.
And then the call ended, stupid.
Because of me. Because I said
No, I'm the one that said I should do this by myself. And then you agreed, dummy.
No.
I said it first.
No, I said that. I said you should take this off the phone several times.
AJ, don't piss me off. Do not piss me off. Do not piss me off.
Hey, Tashika.
Do not piss me. Shut the fuck up, Jaden. Do not piss me off.
No.
Yo, Tashika, you knew I was there because this was a conversation. Me, you, Sam, and AG, we were all on FaceTime together. Sam had dropped, I think they had homework or something, but Sam had dropped from...
You know, I spent a lot of time being afraid of her. And I'm not anymore. I'm angry. I'm angry at how somebody so narcissistic, so self-consumed, one of the most abusive people I've ever met in my entire life, a compulsive liar, has been able to get away with such horrendous behavior for so long. I didn't even know about the Reddit. My close friends who I'm not friends with anymore didn't even warn me either. Didn't send me the Reddit and say, hey, she has a past of bad behavior. You should probably look at this. Nobody, and it's not their responsibility. I just wish somebody would have told me. That's it. I just wish somebody would have told me because I had no fucking clue of the person she was. Now, if you go to the Snark page, if you go to the Snark, this isn't the only time. In fact, she tells somebody on live that the only way that they would understand grape is if they should be raped themselves. The Reddit's babybob_snark. I'm tired. I'm tired of rape culture. I'm tired of victim blaming. I was afraid of her for a really long time, and now I'm just angry. And you know why I'm angry? Because she's stupid. She thinks that for a long time, I thought that she had the upper hand. But then I realized, actually her lies never fucking add up. And if you just start to put them together, if you start to use your fucking brain, they don't add up. They don't add up. None of it adds up. She just posted and said that what I said about, waiting for, patience is a virtue. Patience is a virtue. By the way, you don't know what a microaggression is. You can be afraid of a black person and not be a microaggression. Holy fuck. Nonetheless, if it was on the basis of her fucking race, right? Just assuming that she's like an angry black woman, maybe. But I'm not. I was afraid of her because she was abusive to me. That's why I was afraid of her. And you thinking that black people are absolved of all consequences is actually racist. You thinking that black people are above any sort of criticism is racist. You understand that, right? No, it's just her fucking minions yapping because they want to say that she can't be held, right? That she can't be held to any sort of criticism because I'm a white person. No, I'm not logging off. You go fucking log off. You log off. Swipe off. Swipe. Go ahead. Swipe. What else? She had just posted specifically that the reason in which is super easy to debunk. There are a couple other claims. She never asked my consent. That will be easily proven in a court. She never asked my consent to post sexts. She actually apologized for posting the sext too. Does she care to share that screenshot, or you probably don't have it, huh? And then everybody knows this. Everybody knows this. If you're on the snark, you know this. Everybody knows this. Because it's been going on for a year plus. What message? What specific message are you referencing? If you're talking about the message in which I say, which was before boundaries, when she consistently was, flirting with me, she says some, hardcore sexting shit, and I go, yeah, pause. We need to, take a second and actually have, a general conversation with my girlfriend, because I can't keep pushing my girlfriend off of having this conversation. We need to have a conversation. It was the first time I'd ever, had some sort of, open relationship. I was trying to understand, how to even, deal with this situation, because I'd never had this come up before. Black people that don't know the whole story are going to think it's flat versus white thing. I don't know. I think Tashika's making it a black versus white thing, and I understand why people would take it that way, because I understand false accusations come towards black people all the time. I understand that, right? But I think it is really, really imperative when we're talking about abuse to make sure that you hear everybody's side of the story and not just reduce it down to that. I think it's so important to not dismiss things. Because now I got shoved under the rug for a year and a half. So I was reading a comment that said, don't make it a race thing. Abuse doesn't care about race. Yep. I don't understand people defending her. If Dean shared possible evidence on live, it may go into inadmissible territory. What do you mean? Oh yeah, there's things that genuinely can't share, I genuinely can't share on here. She's done for sharing. She's posting things that I didn't consent to. She's continuously posted things I didn't consent to, but said I consented to them. She could find me where I consented to you posting the sexts. Where? Because I know you're watching. Find me one screenshot where I said you can consensually, because you started posting them after we fell out. Find me one screenshot of text message where I consented to you posting our sexts. Why did I text her what? You have to be specific. She just posted several screenshots. Be specific. She didn't post that. Who posted it? How are you afraid of someone that was submissive to you? She just said this. Brother. How about we start here? When I told you I was dying on the phone, you said, "Oh, I gotta cancel my flight now, huh?" I said, "I guess, or you could keep it and just come down here and visit me in the hospital, because I'll be in the hospital." She goes, "Okay, well, I'll cancel. I gotta cancel my flight." And she was really upset that she had to cancel her flight down here. I have the ring of me being upset talking to my girlfriend about that situation. Moral of the story, subs can't be abusive, right? Yeah, I sexually assaulted myself. She just now walked that back, which is a weird one to walk back after you got canceled for it. But I want to mind you that she made that comment specifically directed at me about fawning. She is actually, I probably have more messages about specifically the fawning shit. She said I did it to myself and that, that it's my fault for fawning. She has made several lives about fawning. She despises anybody that fawns. Do you know the majority of people fawn? But I'm not supposed to be upset. And I'm supposed to be, like, it's so funny because people call, like, it performative and all this shit. But do you know how exhausting it is to, like, have a creator that's like Dashika? I'm sure, I feel the same way about the multitude of other creators have been, like, called out for lots of other things. But people, like, swipe it under the rug. And there's also something, like, sometimes you just literally can't do anything about it. Like, I'll give you an example. James Charles, for example. A known P3DO, walking around with about fucking 100 million people watching him at all times. But a known P3DO still has a platform. I could not imagine being a victim of them. Mine's on a smaller level than Tashika's. But nonetheless, she's doing all of this. Yeah, I saw that. Rosella. Thank you for sharing. She doesn't see how a sub can be abusive. You should post everything if you have it. No, I can't post sex, Joe. Do you know the law? Literally. I can't. I don't have any. I do not have any text message of her saying that I can publicly post it. So you saying that I can post it, she has to message me that she's consenting to that. But even then, I don't think it's not. But you know what she just did? She posted revenge porn. No, she hasn't gotten a lawyer. You think she has money for a lawyer? She can't even move out of her house. She can't even move out of her mom's house. She doesn't have a car. She doesn't have a license. She lives at home with mom. You think that she has money for a lawyer? She had to ask you to help her with her fucking her animal that she almost killed. Also, yes, she just did revenge porn, and that's my fucking strongest case. That's the second time, by the way, she's posted unconsensual sex. She's not going to take legal action. What she wants me to do is shut up. And Tashika, if you're listening, I will never shut up. If she said it's a cultural thing to stay with her parents, she never told me that. She told me she like, in friendship with her, she always just said that some sort of like, I don't know. Though, even if you like, let's say, right, it's a culture thing. I grant you that. Why don't you have a license? What? That's okay. That's fine. If she wants to stay with her parents, that's fine. Why doesn't she have a license? Also, the amount of Jamaican people that I know, like, what's the culture there? Hold on, I'll just look it up. How long do Jamaican people typically live with their parents? Because all of her siblings are moved out. So it doesn't seem like that. Living in the same home is on the same. She never told me about any disability. There'd be no reason for her not to. All she ever did was talk about herself when we were friends. In fact, she hated to talk about anybody else except for herself. All she wanted to do was talk about herself. So I couldn't imagine that she wouldn't tell me the reason in which she doesn't have a license. Everything she always said was just because she wanted to live with mom and dad. Which, sure, go for it. But, like, nothing else? You feel bad for Tashika, though? In what sense? In what sense? Do you think she feels bad for you? Brother, I'm fucking autistic. I have OCD. Like, DID doesn't bar you. Do you know people live with DID? It's a dissociative disorder. Like, you can drive with DID. You understand that, right? She also lied to y'all about going to therapy. I wouldn't be surprised about lying about anything else. She has everything. That's what I've learned. Tashika specifically has everything. She's a lesbian, but she fucks dudes. And loves it. That doesn't add up. Don't say the ableism is crazy in this chat when you didn't give a shit about the ableism that she was saying towards me. Don't be a hypocrite. You should care about the ableism that was also happened to me. Try to change her? When? Prove it. I made bad jokes about turning her a lesbian the same way like most people do. I made one joke and they were in a store. It was her and Sam were in a store. And I made a joke about like turning her a lesbian. And then she goes, I actually want a real relationship. And I was like, yeah, I want that for you. Do you remember that, Tashika? Do you remember that? Do you remember how after you said that you wanted a real relationship, like a loving relationship? I said, yeah, absolutely. I want that for you. I learned. I don't make those jokes anymore. It's been a year and a half. Like what? I like how you're complaining about those things, but you're not complaining about how she stuck her fingers inside of her vagina on the phone call unconsensually. Are you going to complain about those? Are you going to be upset about those? When are you going to be upset about those things? Because, see, I don't take your moral fucking standing here very seriously when you don't care that she stuck her fucking fingers inside of her vagina unconsensually on a phone call. With me and my girlfriend and Sam. Jade never said it was consensual. Show me where she said it was consensual. Where did it say in that phone call that it was consensual? That what happened on the phone was consensual? Tashika's story? Admitted what in the voice memos? It's verbatim. What are the words that Jaden said where she said on the phone that it was consensual? you're apologizing for something you don't have to be. You understand that there was 9 voice recordings up until that? Do you know what she could possibly be, like, what she could possibly be addressing in reference? Like, do you know how vague that is? That she is presuming, and you're presuming that Jaden is saying that she needs to apologize for things that she doesn't need to apologize for. Like how she loses friends. She then started referencing friends. Tashika's a good person. Oh, I would love for you to be friends with her then. How about Tashika? How about this?
Hold on, I'm getting pissed off. I'm getting pissed. I mentioned several things that I wasn't okay with. Things that like were upsetting to me and I wanted to have a conversation with her about. So she had apologized for something different. And I said, you're apologizing for something you don't necessarily have to be, because that's like, it was my trauma. It was something unique to me. There was no way she could have known about my trauma that I didn't share. This has nothing to do with the FaceTime call. That had nothing to do with the FaceTime call. There's like 14, maybe at least 14 different voice recordings that she sent. You can't take one of my voice recordings out of context. I can share one voice recording from you with full context there. Full context. I have shown proof. The proof is out there. I don't need to do it again. You guys can go do your own research. Stop being lazy. You cannot take one thing that I said out of context and apply it to, well, Jaden said it was okay. Jaden said that it's not my fault. That is so bullshit. That pisses me off so freaking bad. Do you understand she is trying to twist this story when all of the proof is out there? Why? Like, nothing that you say matters. If you back to she understand she is trying to twist this story when all of the proof is out there. Why? Like, nothing that you say matters. If you back to Sheikah, I don't care about your opinion. That's all I want to say.
This is the most views I've had in my life. Fucking try again, bro. No, it's not. That's so funny. 722? Bro. Peak me was like 1.1k. No, why would views matter? I know she's watching, because she started backpedaling on her live. Yeah, they are coming from the Discord. I think it speaks volumes, the amount of people that just won't go to the Reddit. Because it's not even just me or about me. There's there's so many nasty fucking things. The Reddit is babybop.snark. Or _snark, sorry. How about when she tells the guests... Hold on.
I hop in the shower. Twin, Tashika girl, you gotta produce some receipts.
Bro, where is that coming from? Where was that coming from? Why are you trying to convince people that a snark Reddit is a credible source? No. I'm convincing you her words are a credible source for what I'm saying. A snark Reddit, people are just posting things, right? They're posting things. You don't gotta read the chat. Don't read the chat. I don't care about what the chat says. I care about what she says. She posted a video, hit 1 million views, about Dean and Parker, because she has been harassing them for 2 years. And they responded. One second. Dean mentioned her name unprovoked in a live, and she responded. I think first of all, she's been like, that's like the least that Dean can do. I'm not gonna lie. Also, he was just thinking about people that want like a G side of white people. So, and the ethics on that, we can have a separate conversation on like how black people feel about, white people in reference to that specific conversation. That's a nuanced conversation. But what I will say is specifically, she's been talking about them for a really long time. So, honestly, it's about damn due time that somebody said something. But she's been calling them her abusers for years. Years. With no evidence. No evidence. She randomly started calling Parker an abuser, called him a co-abuser, has yet to prove that he was aware. What was the evidence for Parker being an abuser? What was the evidence?
I hop in the shower. Twin.
Bro.
Tashika girl.
Holy hell. Sorry, I'm trying to find this video. It's not far down.
If you gotta burn it all to the ground.
Holy fuck. Sorry. So much is going on this Reddit. Oh my goodness. Hold on. Jaden said we would do our own research. So maybe you should too. Y'all don't think I know the full story? You guys just are online. I was friends with her. All I heard about was Dina Barker. Actually, that's like the first thing that came out of her mouth when she got out of the car and I met her for the first time on the phone. Is that she said that Dean and Parker were weird at fucking Jubilee. And then later she said that I'm inconsistent. Where is my inconsistency? I'm sorry, Paige. It's disgusting. I've realized how bad it is. It's really, really. No, I never met her in real life. I was on FaceTime with her. It's the first time she got out of the car when she was on FaceTime. I don't want to block people. It's just like they can believe what they want. It's just like that's gross. Like you believe somebody who has said some of the most vile fucking shit.
Of the homeless, while going out of her way to wish homelessness on the person she said. Something else I would like to mention is how Tashika told someone while debating that they need to be great to completely understand how.
Where is the video coming from?
That's a terrible thing to say, and this creator.
Holy hell!
It's upsetting to see.
Dude, I just found the video, and then it's playing all the videos. Dude, I just found the video, and then it's playing all the videos. Dude, I just found the video, and then it's playing all the videos. Dude, I just found the video, and then it's playing all the videos. Dude, I just found the video, and then it's playing all the videos. Dude, I just found the video, and then it's playing all the videos. Dude, I just found the video, and then it's playing all the videos. Dude, I just found the video, and then it's playing all the videos. Dude, I just found the video, and then it's playing all the videos. Dude, I just found the video, and then it's playing all the videos. Dude, I just found the video, and then it's playing all the videos. Dude, I just found the video, and then it's playing all the videos. Dude, I just found the video, and then it's playing all the videos. Dude, I just found the video, and then it's playing all the videos. Dude, I just found the video, and then it's playing all the videos. Dude, I just found the video, and then it's playing all the videos. Dude, I just found the video, and then it's playing all the videos. Dude, I And yet Tashika blocks if you don't believe her. Alright. Probably would. Not gonna lie. Probably would be Tashika. Did she just say something? You said unalive them all in a message too. Oh, it's Tashika. Yes. I did, yeah, first of all, that was, like, hyperbolic, but, yeah, I joked. I joked about that stuff. But there are, like, some ethics around, like, you know, black people, like not wanting white people to be on the planet anymore, like, people of color not wanting white people to be on the planet anymore just because of that. I've talked about that openly on lives all the time, of, like, what that looks like, and, like, how black people feel. And I'm not gonna tell a black person, that, like, I think that there are levels, but I don't know. I don't really know the ethics on it. I need to, like, have a conversation and read some more books first before I say anything on that matter. I think, though, that saying it the way that she said it, I don't know. Yikers. Also, I'm easily persuaded. I'm not anymore, but I was younger and my brain wasn't in a great place. I was a little bit, yeah, and I mean, I would like to say, like, a private message between two people joking, which you can't tell the tone of because you're not her, like, a private conversation where I'm joking is not the same as a public statement saying that all white people's aorta should split. I'm being racist again? How am I being racist? Segregation? What? What the fuck are you talking about? All that was said, what are you guys talking about? When did I say I wasn't kidding? I was being a bit hyperbolic, but I would say, like I said, following that with, sure, whatever, I don't fucking care. Probably do need to take an break. I'm also banned, so I literally don't know why I'm here. Or at least multi-guest banned. I'm trying to find this one fucking live, but it doesn't even matter. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. Telling white people, like, or at least racist white people to unalive is, like, it's a non-issue. Yeah, I think saying, like, you hate colonizers isn't a bad thing. I think saying, like, you don't want racism to exist anymore isn't a bad thing. Like, there's a much more nuanced conversation, and it's pretty black and white there. And there's not, like, nuance, but, like, you have to understand, like, if you're reading, like, theory and, like, yeah, I'm not surprised. If you're reading theory and all that stuff, like, understanding, like, when it comes to, like, black people's feelings about stuff, I don't know, there's a lot more nuance there. When did I say it? I'd eradicate the entire race. I'm obsessed with Tashika. People come in here and fucking ask me about it and it fucking pisses me off. Get the fuck out, like, stop talking to me about it. I literally earlier said stop talking to me about it. I'm not gonna log off if you fucking tell me to, bro. The fuck? I'm trying to find this video. That's what I've been trying to do. Like, the funny thing is you want to hold me accountable for things that are this big. That I've already addressed. Like, that I've literally already addressed. But what you won't address is her touching herself unconsensually on the phone. Bro, this is the last thing I want to do. It just pisses me off. Like, of course it's gonna fucking piss me off that people come in here and victim blame. Who the fuck? Like, who the fuck would not crash the fuck out? Going after my eating disorder for a fucking year. Going, literally, like, first of all, it's such a non-issue. By the way, I wasn't the one that brought up, like, her saying to unalive white people. Such a non-issue to me. Sorry, such a non-issue. You know what I do care about, though? The other shit that was talked about. That's what I care about. Like, are we gonna deal with that? I never gave consent. And in fact, here's some proof that she even thinks. She even said herself that she didn't need to give verbal consent. You can close your screen, or actually it's just right up here, right? Never explicit consent for any of the things that you've ever done or said to me where you suddenly expected me to receive verbal consent when that is not the type of consent that anyone has ever implied in this relationship is idiotic. Crash, burn, and die, AG. We had a contract. Are you good? You sent, those were consensual. Then you randomly on the phone without consent started touching yourself. She just tells me to take my daily vitamins. 'Cause she's an adult. Because she's an adult, right? I don't give a fuck what you think about my relationship. People that are married and open and are swingers, can they be sexually assaulted? Like what? No, I did ask for consent. The fuck? Those are several conversations. What she's trying to do and what she's trying to paint is that, and also I don't really know the ethics on this stupid ass fucking shit. Like, if you're trying to play into what she's trying to do, because she knows I can't say anything because she's a fucking debater, is that I would have to consistently and insistently be asking for consent throughout, like, conversations. And, like, flirting conversations or sexing conversations. Sure, take me to court, bro. You still fucking masturbated on the phone unconsensually. Though, I like, these were implied, right? She had to agree to the rules. She's just trying to, that's all she's trying to do, is, like, remove herself. That's it. Like, I don't know how that works, like, what? Like, what the fuck are the ethics? Like, what are the ethics for when you start flirting with somebody? Like, am I supposed to say, like, what? Anyways, she, like, why you suddenly expected me to receive verbal consent when that is not the type of consent that anyone has ever implied in this relationship is idiotic. Really, so when I asked you to have a conversation about consent, when we wrote down the rules and I said you have to give consent, she verbally asked for consent for this, by the way. So I know she's capable of it, but she just picks when she wants to play into it. Though she begged, so I would beg to say that it was a bit coercive, so. Bro, I'm so done with this fucking shit, bro. I can't debate people, I'm fucking banned. It wasn't a complicated relationship. She's just sharing things out of order, and that's why you're confused. She's sharing things out of order that are within a relationship. Like, relationships are complex, but also, like, if you're a person that doesn't understand open relationships or how somebody can do that, then, like, yes, you would think, oh, this is so fucking weird, because you're probably a little bit stuck in patriarchy. That's fine. You shouldn't think open relationships are fucking weird. Like, relationships come in all sorts of, like, different ways, right? Nonetheless, my relationship status doesn't mean jack shit, because you can grape while you're in a fucking relationship. It doesn't matter. None of this matters. She is trying to confuse you by putting things out of order. Do you know why you're confused? Because nothing makes sense. Nothing makes sense. It's all out of order. There's no dates, no times. If I were to give you in fucking depth and make a video, could debunk everything she's saying with screenshots. And then you wouldn't even be confused anymore. The issue is that just specifically Dean didn't want to talk about the relationship, and I get that because he was thinking, well, this doesn't really matter in context of the actual what happened, right? But I knew Tashika was going to bring in the relationship.
When they met versus when boundaries were drafted versus when the FaceTime call took place, boundaries drafted and FaceTime call they are probably the most important. However, none of that fucking matters because the FaceTime call was still non-consensual. And also, when they first met, they did not meet and immediately hit it off like they wanted to be in a relationship. They were
This is my girlfriend who was also on the phone while while Tashika decided to stick her fingers inside of her.
They were friends first. They debated together. What is going on? I was in the phone call because we were all friends.
We were just having it was not a sexual conversation. The first contract, I don't remember when the first contract was drafted.
I don't either, but guess what matters? It was in there. Consent was in there. Because that's really important to us. It's really important to me. That's why I put it in there.
I don't know why any of this matters. Like, when the fuck did she ask for consent? She didn't. She even admits on the phone call, my behavior on that phone call was disgusting. To who? Because if it's disgusting, why would it just be disgusting to you? Because I'm sitting right next to you. She's up my ass. I didn't initiate shit. I didn't initiate fucking shit. Prove it. Prove I initiated it. Prove it. Since you know so much, since you were on the phone call, since you were there, you prove that I initiated her sticking her fingers inside of herself. In fact, if I were to get Sam here, Sam would go, no, she was on the Sam would tell you right now that that's not true. The events of the order were that Sam looked up, realized that Tashika was making some weird face, and Tashika's fingers were inside of her, didn't ask me for consent, didn't ask Sam for consent, and sure as fuck didn't ask my girlfriend for consent. Why do I do this to myself, bro? And you know what pisses me off is I feel like I have to stay here. And what pisses me off is I shouldn't feel like I have to stay here. Because it's like abundantly clear that she did it. It's like abundantly clear. Sam doesn't need to step in. Why the fuck do you not believe me?
No, why don't you believe...
There's two people.
Why don't you believe screenshots? Why don't you believe Tashika's voice literally saying it?
What? Hold on. We were friends for 3 months. We were friends for 3 months. That's all it was. 3 months. Before she cut me off. She messaged her exactly what she did on that phone call. For what? Because that wasn't a public matter. That was a private matter. She also openly admitted to only apologizing to her to stay in a coercive relationship, to have sex with me. Why would we take somebody who doesn't understand consent seriously? No. This is why I love that she lies so much. She ordered me to tell her what to do, not the other way around. That's why I kept telling her to take it off the phone, and she insisted I stay and help her find her G-spot.
Not only that, I started, it was an anatomy conversation about this specific thing. It wasn't a sexual conversation. I tried to tell her, and she said, no, I want AG's help. I want AG to tell me. Several times. So I stopped talking.
I literally could not understand, and this is why this sucked for so bad for a year and a half while she can say whatever the fuck she wants about me, is because, I will not understand. You know why it's messy? Because you have somebody who is a compulsive liar. Somebody who's a compulsive liar. I've already talked about the text. If you missed it, I don't fucking know how to help you. I don't know, bro. Go look at the Reddit. I don't fucking know what to tell you. It's so distressing to be talking about this. She said the same shit, except she's changing her story a bit here. She just added some shit. Some random fucking shit that doesn't make any fucking sense, because she has to make sense of the screenshots because she doesn't remember anything. Because, she didn't remember that you were on the phone call. I just, I don't know why we believe somebody who thinks this shit. Hold on 1 second. 1 second. Let's grab this real quick. Right? I think this is important. How about this?
Get the fuck out. Matter of fact, I revoked my apology from yesterday. Right? Every single one of you that were crying are bitches. I don't give a fuck.
Sorry, that's AJ. Let me play the point where she specifically in the video. Speech impediment.
What are you looking for?
Look. I never even noticed this. Look. Post the fucking clip, you dumb bitch. I think that's to me. If I'm not mistaken. Where is this? Singster is disabled. She got on. Here it is. This is what everybody hears. If you haven't seen this, you should listen to this. Oh, no way. Somebody posted it on the TikTok though.
What was it?
Where she gets caught in a lie, saying that she didn't say that the AJ threatening to pew pew up a school was funny. She said that it was funny, and there's a video of her saying that it was funny. Hold on, I'll go to TikTok. 1 second. I'm not kidding, y'all.
I choose peace.
It's just touching the fucking surface, bro, of all the shit. Bubba, I need you to get down, bro. Hold on a second, here it is.
You want to say something?
Yeah, I just wanted to get some clarity on the gun comment, because when the other guest
Which one?
Oh, the one that he made in his Discord, about bringing it to
the school.
The school, yeah.
Yeah. Fucked up. But yeah, what I was trying. Oh no, not that one.
Can I play a recording for you?
Yeah. And also, one more thing. Any jokes, right, that AJ made, I saw one joke where he made about, shooting up the school. I laughed. I don't give a fuck. I giggled, bitch. Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Well, shit. Wow. I actually don't remember saying that. I'm not gonna lie to you. Yeah. That's crazy. I actually genuinely don't remember saying that. That's fucking wild. Well, yeah. That's fucked up of me to say.
How is this relevant? She's a liar! She is a liar! She is a compulsive liar. Name me one fucking time I've lied. Yeah, I know. She revealed my whole fucking name. Because what she wants to do is like... What she wants to do is scare me. That's what she wants to do. That's all she wants to fucking do. She wants to scare me and shut me up. Because out of everybody, I won't shut up. I'm the one person that hasn't shut up for a year and a half. Regardless of the death threats. Regardless if they're going after my eating disorder. Regardless of anything, right? Regardless of anything, I wouldn't shut up. I literally, in this entire period of time, I've had everything to fucking lose. And like, everything. It's simple. But I won't shut up because I know what's right. And I know what's wrong in the world. And people like Tashika should be not, should be an award. Sorry, but all she is an abuser. And I feel bad for anybody that steps foot in her fucking life. Because they also get abused. And specifically, she likes to go after autistic people, I've noticed. It's bad. She's admitted to liking autistic people whilst making fun of them. Whilst asking guests if they're autistic. Whilst saying, are you autistic or dumb? Whilst saying things about Ian, calling Ian slow. Knowing Ian is, I guess I already did. I think Ian's already been open about having autism, but I know you know I'm upset, but I'm more upset that you're slaying on me. Tashika makes fun of everyone, doesn't make it right though. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Brother. Are you and Sam still friends? Yeah. Why'd you have beef with Ian of all people? Not something I'm gonna share. Didn't really have beef, I would say. Can't you show the text between y'all? Just asking. No, they're sexts. Is what not also ableism? When did I attack DID? When did I attack anything? I said specifically, when it comes to DID, that you can drive. Like, that's not how DID works. I don't know if she's suing me, could care less, good luck. Good luck. Dean and Parker got involved specifically because we were all abused by the same person, so. Yeah, not everybody with DID is the same, but DID isn't debilitating in the form that you can't drive. I don't think everybody with DID is the same. I know how DID operates. It's a dissociative disorder. So can you tell me how hers, because she likes to talk a lot. Listen, she only likes to talk about herself. I was friends with her. She only likes to talk about herself. So why would she not share that she doesn't have a driver's license because of that with all the other shit that she shared with me? How am I generalizing it? I'll look it up, actually. Let's look it up. Let's Google it together. Because if I'm wrong, I'll just say I'm wrong. How about that? And I'll just claim that it was an ableist statement. Amnesia, which can be the download remember driving while manage by having specific parts, alters handle driving. Others may experience a dissociative autopilot or blackout moments, making driving unsafe. Switching dissociation, individuals may experience switching alters or losing time while behind the wheel, leading to potential danger. Safety measures, some individuals DID report that specific capable parts driving while others avoid driving altogether to ensure safety. Individual variations, as with many conditioned driving abilities, depend on the severity of symptoms. Some with DID drive normally while others find it too risky. Alternative transport. Some people with DID choose to use public transport or rely on other transportation to avoid the risk association with dissociation while driving. Cool. I'm sorry that my comment was ableist. It was wrong. Some people with DID shouldn't drive because they can experience amnesia or dissociation in between. Sorry, my girlfriend has a dissociative disorder, so maybe I shouldn't generalize, but I don't know why you're acting like you guys give a fuck about fucking ableism. Do you care about the comments made towards me? Any? Comments made towards me? Any? She can make fun of someone stutter. Yep. We can care about both. I'm not. I think you should care about both. You should care about both. For sure. To you. Oh, her comments to you weren't good either? Good. Then we're on the same track. That's all that matters. If you can agree that both were bad, that's all that matters. Because so many people are in here literally only talking about me, but they're not addressing her behavior. Like, it's nuts. How am I cooked? The fuck? I'm cooked? With what? With what? Wait. It's anybody being discriminated against is bad. Well, you did lie about SA. What else is there to talk about? How did I lied about SA? Okay, let's see. Let's see. Wait, where's this receipts? There's nothing new here. Where's the receipts that I lied? The fuck are you talking about? There's nothing new here. There's nothing on Tashika's story where it proves that I lied. What specific... where's the lie? Where's the lie? Also, I never said SA. Hi, Sam.
Hey, darling.
I gotta turn my camera on real quick. Connect to my tube.
Is that a popcorn ceiling?
No, it's a wall.
Is that a popcorn wall?
No, I don't know what it is, honestly.
Whoever did that deserves jail time.
It's textured.
Ew.
It doesn't look that bad. It only looks bad because it's close up.
I think it looks like how influencers who, like, cake their foundation on and then have 4K cameras but back it up real far so you can't see the texture look like. Nudity and exposure?
What?
Is it just because I exist and have... Okay, anyway, this isn't about me. Whatever. Anyway. Hey, everyone. A lot of people have been asking me why I've been not talking. Reason is simply I'm mentally ill and the internet is exhausting. I hate it here. Y'all are weird and you piss me off and you make things awkward and annoying and unserious and abusive and gross. And I hate it here. However, AG is my friend and I love her, which is why I'm here. For the record, no, there was no consent. Point blank, there just wasn't. Nothing was asked about in that call. There wasn't any. Just simple as that. Secondly, well, it's not drama, first of all, but secondly, the idea that Tefon is something that bars you from sexual experiences is harmful and gross. that's just untrue. And marginalizes people who have gone through sexual experiences that have traumatized them and led them to have fawning as an experience, or fawn as a response due to neurodivergencies like autism. Those people exist. Those people should not be barred from sex. Straight up. Why I didn't talk about this sooner? I'm tired. Y'all don't make this a good space for victims. You make this horrible for everyone. So, yeah. I'm a college student. I have depression. I'm tired of shit. But AG's my friend and I love her. So to set the record straight, there was no consent. No. From my point of view, what happened was essentially an anatomy lesson, which I don't think genitalia is inherently sexual. It's not. But the point is, genitalia was touched without asking. And that's not okay, for obvious reasons. Whether the intentions were sexual or not, no one said that that was an okay thing to do, which is the bad part, obviously. And in earnest, the reason why we aren't friends anymore, because I didn't know this because she has me blocked, but apparently, like, she's been saying that the reason we're not friends is because I decided to be friends with AG, or something like that. That's not how that happened. When I decided to stop being friends with Julie, and that's what happened, by the way, not the other way around, I still wasn't friends with AG. I did not like AG. From my point of view, AG was the villain at this time. Yes, I'm talking about Tashika. It took me several weeks to even become cordial with AG after I stopped becoming friends with Tashika. To be frank. The reason why I stopped being friends with Tashika is because as a person who is on this, who debates and whatever, I come across a lot of people with really problematic views. There are people in my personal life that have really problematic views. And I'm okay with being friends with those people as long as they're willing to change and admit when they're wrong and work on it. And when I was friends with Tashika, she told me all the time, yeah, I have problematic views and I'm working on them and I'm going to change. I'm okay with being your friend if that's the way that you operate. No one's perfect, and all of us are going to die with some kind of problematic view, even the most virtuous of us all. The problem was that when I stopped watching her live, so I wasn't seeing what she was doing on the internet, I just knew her in real life. And from my point of view in real life, she was sweet and I loved her. She was still doing the problematic bullshit. And I just wasn't seeing it. And the nail in the coffin for me was her saying ableist shit about AG and not apologizing for it. Even though she said she would stop. And she didn't. And for people who don't like he said, she said, they said, that's fine. Because here's that. I had no idea what the live had said or what she had said. I was literally in the middle of arguing with AG on Julie's behalf. And then in the middle of me arguing AG down, trying to prove her wrong, AG was like, yeah, I don't think she would be down for like amicable conversation because, you know, she hasn't apologized for the ableist comment. In fact, she made an ableist comment today. I said, ableist comment today? She said, yeah, and then sent me the clip. And immediately I was like, oh, that's not. And then this is us no longer being friends. There's more, obviously. But, we haven't been friends as of June 2nd of last year. So if anyone's wondering if we're friends, I keep telling y'all no. But, no. We're not. And this is why. After this, respectfully, please leave me the fuck alone. Please. And to that one person in the comments who was talking like they were literally 12 years old, bestie, the issue is not having sexual conversations. If you watch me on my lives, I talk like a whore. That's not the problem. The problem is when that isn't consensual. This isn't even about like talking sexually. This is about giving yourself an anatomy lesson on the phone without asking. And she didn't ask. Straight up. That's it. Which is wrong. Obviously. But furthermore, ableism bad, hot take. That's it. You can do bad things and be redeemable. I'm not saying that Julie is an evil person who can never change. That's not true. But when you do bad things and then you refuse to apologize for them, that's when it becomes an issue. This all could have been resolved like however the fuck long ago if she was just like, yeah, that wasn't consensual. I'm sorry. It won't happen again. Sorry for violating you. That was fucked.
Also, I want to say, Sam, since you weren't there, a toy was literally grabbed, so this is beyond an anatomy conversation.
What?
Yeah. And she insisted that I continue to help her find her G-spot.
What?
I don't know if you and I have had like a more in-depth conversation about this, but once you left the call, that's why I was like saying that when it began, Sam, was like an issue because, like you had to like leave shortly after, but you were the one that noticed
Bradley.
in the first place. Yeah.
Oh, that's not.
That's why she goes, my behavior on that phone call was entirely fucked up or something like that.
Oh, I just thought that was because of the anatomy lesson thing.
I don't know. I don't know anymore because she lies about everything.
Oh.
I don't know what she thought was fucked up. Because it's at that point, like, why would she, like, she could have just said, I'm sorry. She didn't need to say, like, it was entirely fucked up. In reference to the flat body part, Tashika was calling me, saying that I had a flat body. Flat-bodied bitch, I'm pretty sure, right?
I think? Maybe?
Yeah.
But, yeah. There's that. Yeah, and also, by the way, again, 12-year-old in the comments, if she would just, like, stop being ableist, or, like, apologize for being ableist, and then be like, I'll work on it in the future, this wouldn't have been an issue. But like she said she would work on it and then just like didn't. So.
Lucille, yeah. So in reference to like not knowing anything about, like not knowing in depth about DID, yes, I apologize for the comments about saying that people with DID, can drive. I apologize to that. Being ignorant, like blissfully ignorant, like I didn't know. So yes, I apologize for making the comment and overgeneralization about people with DID.
But yeah, I mean, is there anything else that people on your side of the aisle are asking about that I can confirm or deny or whatever the fuck?
No, they're just like, people are just saying like, they're just like kind of reprimanding you for like the friendship, but I don't feel like it's up to you if you want to address that or not.
Reprimanding me for the friendship?
Wait, what did someone say? Did she lie to be lesbian to say a slur? Don't know. Can't speak on that. Sorry.
Wait, do you mean like reprimanding me for being friends with Julie?
Yeah, like saying like you played a part in me, and I don't know if you ever want to address that. Like you played a part in that live. You've addressed me privately, so I've already said this too publicly.
You mean
I said
like
this publicly, like The live is the other initial live that happened.
Oh, the Thanksgiving live?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. Well, first of all, yeah, I addressed this in private, and have apologized profusely to AG. But from my understanding, how long ago was this? It was like
last Thanksgiving.
Jesus.
So the Thanksgiving before last? Yeah, like long time ago. We've already addressed this.
Okay.
You don't need to address it. It was just parasocial shit. It literally doesn't matter.
Oh.
Like this is all like this is such a stray away, and this is exactly what Tashika wants, is you to like pick apart everything that like literally doesn't matter.
Oh.
So irrelevant. All of this is so irrelevant. Like Sam's, you like, you guys can put two and two together. If I am friends with Sam, we clearly had to have a conversation. If you're upset that Sam talked to me a certain way on a live, or talked about me on a certain way on a live, because that's me that they're talking about, therefore, I mean, wouldn't you think I would be upset? Like, I wouldn't just become friends with Sam if I didn't have a conversation about, like, what had happened.
But, like, it was gross, obviously. No shit. Which is, you know, like, me acknowledging that is how we became friends again. Hello? Are y'all good?
Yeah, there was a lot more conversations than just that too, you know. Like, I like, I'm not gonna speak for you, actually.
No, it's chill. I don't give a fuck about shit that's happened like a year and some change ago. Obviously, I was in the wrong. I hurt you, and that was bad. Duh. But that's not what we're talking about right now. So, yeah. And people were like, oh my god, why are you friends with Julie? Yeah. I'm not. For those reasons. I'm sorry if it wasn't fast enough for you. But you weren't there. So.
Why all of a sudden is it an issue? Well, it got brought up because Tashika made a video, and obviously people are gonna refute the video.
I got you, Brad. Also, can we please stop addressing this shit on live so then people who haven't seen the lives keep asking the questions? Why don't we just, like, record something and post it?
I'll text you.
Okay.
It's not intentional, honestly. It's really not intentional. It's just people say shit that pisses me off and I can't fucking help it. But I came to go live to debate, and then immediately I got guest banned because somebody immediately flashed themselves on the live, the first guest that I had up here, within literally 2 minutes. So then I got a guest violation. So we've just been sitting here, and so I was talking to the chat because I was waiting 20 minutes. I was waiting until I thought it would go away. And while I was waiting, of course, people come in here and they ask me questions about the situation, but they're also victim blaming. So I get pissed off, and then I'm sitting here for the last 2 hours, fucking, you know, and then Tashika starts posting. So,
are you okay? First of all, that's fucking gross.
No, it's been every time I've been live.
Jesus
every time
Christ.
Except for the first night, but that was because I was basically just debating, so, like, why would you bring that shit up? It's kind of weird. And then, like, obviously Tashika starts making other claims, so that means I'm gonna have to refute them and or just stick with the fact that she's flipping everything. And I don't really know how to handle it. It's probably a conversation I should have with my friends offline and other people. But it's being reported to the police. Y'all just, I don't tell you everything. I'm just addressing the claims you're making because this is also in the public eye. And what I could do is get off the fucking app and delete it, but what I really enjoy debating, and that's kind of the hard part, is I have somebody who has a bunch of fucking followers, where people are like, I don't know, bro. Like, sometimes I'm like, I wish it didn't, because it got like, now everybody's focused here as opposed to there. But Jesus Christ, I don't fucking know.
Do you want to keep, like, at this point, why don't we just, like, get off live and calm the fuck down? Like, most people, or no, I'll say, like, a good 50% of people don't even know what the hell is going on, and because of the nature of lives, they just won't. And then
Yeah, because they come in for 5 fucking seconds after seeing a
Right.
fucking story, and they're like, I just disproved you. Where?
yeah, then a lot of these people are underage and can't read, and other people will understand or they won't. So like high key, I would just fucking end it. Not like that. Not like that.
Don't tempt me with a good time. Bro.
No, don't say that. No.
I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Sorry, that's not funny. That's not funny.
It's a little funny.
But anyways, I'm gonna go hang out with my girlfriend and get off the. I just gotta stop doing this. This reminds me of whenever I like in the very beginning, because I did a really good job of like not being able like for a while there. For a while there, I was doing a really good job of not addressing anything.
Yeah. Me too.
then
I've been living
I
my life in
just-
peace, bro.
But thousands of people dissecting something is really triggering. Like, I didn't expect it to be that triggering, but, like, it's bugging hard. So, because most people, like, don't believe you in your inner circle, and it's a few people, and it's, like, really hard. But thousands of people dissecting, like, a conversation, and, like, also random out of context when you have thousands of people looking at Tashika, and, like, it's, like, I don't know. It's really easy. And then I can't post sexts, but she can. But that's fine, because she can get in trouble for that. But I don't want to put myself at risk for that. So I'm not
Yeah, that's
posting
gross.
sex. But I have the sex that disprove what she said, that she won't post, because she's, you know. But I know she's, like, outwardly lying. So it's crazy that she's doing that. And she knows she can do that, because she knows I won't post it. But I can send them to you. So...
Also,
not
like,
posting them here.
like posting sex is crazy work because nobody said that. They like
No, and she said, dude, she literally said that I consented. Where?
I don't
Where?
understand.
Where did I consent, Tashika?
I don't.
Find me in our text messages where you consented, because you actually apologized the first time you did this, where you cropped a bunch of sex to make it seem like it was unconsensual. You posted about 12 of them. I had to post all 12 full fucking ones so that people didn't look at me like a fucking predator, because you cropped them. And I have the screenshots of those as well. That's really embarrassing and really violating and fucking crazy work, because you didn't ask me if you could post sexts.
But like, what does that prove anyway?
She was trying to prove that I was the one that was doing unconsensual things. As opposed to her. She's like... I don't know, bro.
Jay just complimented my house. Thank you, bestie. Thank you. That's so fucking funny. Anyway.
You didn't care about your girlfriend you love. Wait. You guys are so dumb. So, Sam can vouch for me, but I text really odd, right? I text in, like, full paragraphs, no punctuation. Maybe, like, literally the only punctuation I'll have is commas. But sometimes it will be, like, full fucking sentences.
True.
And, like, or, like, full paragraphs with no punctuation. When I texted Tashika, the screenshot she's trying to use against me, I've addressed this a million times. When I texted her, it was specifically not saying that I didn't have contact with my girlfriend, because that would contradict saying earlier when she's saying that I had my girlfriend involved, right? That would obviously contradict it. No, my girlfriend was involved in the sense I had to make her aware. The problem is that I was sick of, like, not having this mutual agreement of, like, having these, like, a boundary or a contract or something like that, right? That's what I was upset about, was not having some sort of, like, contract, because I was constantly have to going back and forth with my girlfriend whenever Tashika would just randomly sext me and be like, hey, Tashika just texted me. Do I have permission for this? Like, instead of having, like, a full-on, like, a conversation, I need to have a conversation with my girlfriend, so I needed to have that conversation with her.
Who says you don't care about me?
Oh,
The chat. Because Tashika posted that screenshot out of context, thinking that, like, I didn't loop you into anything, essentially, that you were the, like, I pushed you aside.
Why?
y'all summoned
Not the
her.
whole chat. One person, sorry. I'll say one person.
Y'all summoned her for real.
I'm just confused. Like, why?
Wait, why what?
That makes no sense.
They don't get it. They weren't there. They're just fucking reading the screenshot.
Heavy on they
Here, I'll
weren't
let you
there.
read the screenshot.
Heavy on that.
I think something out of context and then like claiming that somebody doesn't care about their girlfriend is weird. Thanks for backing me up though. I don't need it. It's all good.
Jaden's insecure? What the fuck is wrong with y'all?
I don't engage with those comments.
Yeah, there's no point. They be making up fan
Parasocial as
fiction
hell.
in real
I fucking
time.
hate this app, bro. I swear to God, I hate this app because it's so fucking parasocial.
I agree.
Like, and like, these are the people that are coming from our Discord, by the way. Like, Tashika's Discord, where it's like super parasocial in there.
No. Discord has never been a positive place.
No, it hasn't, and I'm glad it's gone. Like, I'm glad I deleted mine.
So I just wanted to share, AG looped me into the absolute best of her ability. That's like a completely objective take. Or like an unbiased take. Or like my words. I'm being unbiased. She looped me in the best of her ability. There was a lot of stuff that Tashika even admitted to.
Hold on. Dude.
He wants his mama. Come here, Bubba. Sorry, I just wanted to say, so, like, Tashika has admitted to, like, blindsiding me and saying things, that were disingenuous just to get to AG. That's, like, not a true friendship.
Why would we take somebody... hold on. Let's just ask the chat this, okay? Anybody that's doubting this.
Wait, I'm sorry, but I wouldn't make that another woman's problem if I was having issues in my relationship. Tashika didn't hear about the problems I was having in my relationship, as all relationships have problems. I don't know. I think, like, when somebody else is, like, sharing that kind of stuff, I never, like, said stuff like that about Tashika. So, I don't know, just, like, I think it hurts when somebody was your friend and, like, or, like, somebody you consider to be a friend, is, like, making all of these claims that, like, you were insecure or, like, you're,
Codependent.
Like,
what the fuck?
I don't know. Like, you guys can have your own opinions, obviously, but it, like, sucks. That's it. Sorry. Bye. Love you, Sam. Bye.
Bye.
Last thing I'm gonna say, right? If you think that this person has a good gauge on consent, tell me why she posted my sex without my consent. Tell me why she thinks that coercion is consent. That you can coerce somebody by being like apologizing to my girlfriend just so you can have sex with me because we were both upset. She obviously didn't want to get on my girlfriend's bad side, like she said, because she wanted to make sure she could still have sex with me. That's coercive sex. Holy stutter. Yeah, I'm never going to take anything you say seriously ever again. Anyways, like, if you...
Is somebody just trying to make ableism cutesy?
They're just, like,
Ew.
probably Tashika on an alt or something like that.
Oh. I would hope not.
I don't understand how anybody can take anything she's saying seriously when there's been no consent. Like she admits in the screenshot that I've showed a million times, Sam, and because I know you were there for all the consent conversations. I want if it's okay, can I ask your opinion on this? Because you've never seen this.
Sure.
All right. So it's gonna be hard to read. I'm just gonna read it. I'm gonna read it on my iPad for everybody. 1 second.
Bradley, thank you for being an amazing mod. I love you, and I will update you after this. Because I know you're fucking confused.
She says, I want to remind you that I've never given you any explicit consent for any of the things that you ever done, or said to me why you suddenly expected me to receive verbal consent when that is not the type of consent that anyone has ever implied in this relationship is idiotic. Crash, burn, and die, AG, leave me the fuck alone. I said, we had a contract, are you good? We did things, you asked for things. And I said, so you're telling me you didn't need to ask anyone's consent to touch yourself? She said, okay, diva, make sure to get your daily vitamins. And then I said, oh, I got them, don't worry about me. Can't respond like an adult, just telling people to kill themselves. And going at people's health conditions. She said, how can I take you seriously, Skeletor?
Oh, okay. So more ableism. That's so cute. Anyway, yeah.
Well, but also literally admitting that she didn't need to give verbal consent to touch herself. Because she has to justify it in her own head. But Sam, you were there for all of the conversations about consent and certain things that needed to be sent, and all the things that you were there for a lot of things.
Yeah, and we drafted the contract together. It was like, it was a bonding moment almost, like,
for you, but Tashika was angry about the letters. So.
Oh. Well, from my point of view, it was like a bonding moment. You know? Did this happen once or twice? I feel like this happened twice. Did this happen?
There were two contracts.
Yeah, the first one was, I think, over text, and the second one was like a Google Doc, question mark? Or do I have that flipped the other way around?
They were both over text. One was a notes. One was on notes. The second one was a text.
Yeah. But yeah, all of us drafted the contract together. Yes, a contract.
I would say boundary list. Contract, boundary list, doesn't matter. Either way,
it wasn't signed or anything, but like all
it was
of
a
us
boundary list
made terms together that were all
for
written
open
down.
Relationship.
Yeah.
If you're in an open relationship, anybody that you engage with outside of that relationship needs to have a boundary. Like, you need to have a boundary list. You can't just like openly do things.
Yeah. Basically, terms and boundaries were listed and written down and agreed upon. So there's that. This is a very common thing for people who are engaging in ethical non-monogamy. So there's that. But yeah, there was nothing in there about like,
that's not true. I didn't say I didn't care for boundaries at the start. The fuck, y'all just make shit up. Go fucking read. Go fucking read.
Who said that? Who said that?
Tashika said, I got to go to hospital, haven't ate in 3 days. This must be how IG feels. That's gross.
Oh.
That's what Tashika just said.
That's fucking gross.
Apparently.
That's disgusting.
I do eat. In fact, I can't starve. And you know what's funny is she can't get my eating disorder right. I have ARFID. I eat.
I thought we all agreed that like ableism was bad. Like, did we not?
I thought we all just agreed on that. And some people
is that not?
saying,
No. No. Never mind, I guess. No. Okay. But anyway, yeah, there was nothing in said terms written down about not requiring any further consent and doing things that we haven't outlined. There was nothing in there saying that, oh, if you wanted to do things beyond this, that you wouldn't have to ask. There's nothing in there about that. Including doing things that I can't say over the phone. There was nothing in there about that. So you would have had to ask.
So, I don't know why we're like, it doesn't, like, I don't know why there's, like, in what scenario, please tell me, do you not need to ask for consent? Please. Like, in what scenario do you get a free pass? Do you get a free pass and your partner's sleeping? Do you imply consent there? No, you don't. So, like when in your world, for the people that are, like, in anybody that's, like taking her side in this chat, when do you imply consent? For sexual things. Sticking your fingers inside of you. Toys inside of you. Coercing the person to stay on the phone. While they tell you to take it off the phone. And anybody asking about anything else, dude, read the fucking room.
Please. Please?
It is so simple that any other question is irrelevant. The only question, or anything that should be coming out of your mouth right now, is the question that I just asked you. There is no time where you don't ask for consent. And in fact, mid-fucking sex you should be asking for consent.
True.
Every fucking position change you should be asking for consent. Because it doesn't fucking stop. Somebody can stop enjoying sex 5 minutes in. Are you looking at them? Are you going to make sure that they're still consenting? That doesn't change. Relationship, not relationship, situationship, whatever the fuck you want to call it. hook up. You asked for consent consistently, always. You know why the call ended? Because she looked at me and goes, oh, are you comfortable with this? I said, I don't know, that's up to Jaden, because I fawned and I was really confused on what the fuck was going on. Jaden goes, no, I can't say that I am. That's why the phone call ended. 8 minutes after, fingers were already inserted and toys were already inserted. Mind you, I told her at least 3 to 4 times to take it off the phone. If it wasn't already crazy enough for you to imagine her blowing up on me about Parker coming up and talking to a guest, I don't really know how to help you. Because that's abusive. There is no, like, sorry. Like, I could never imagine doing that to somebody. Yes, also telling someone to take it off the phone literally is implying I'm saying no. It's not saying yes.
Which is the main contention.
Never said yes, because she never asked until the very end, and that's when the fucking phone call ended. But anyways, I'll just sit here until I'm fucking blue in the face fucking doing this shit.
You know, you don't have to.
I know, I know. Anyways. Good thing I got banned. It's probably for my best, fucking, for the best anyways. Anyways. Thank you, Sam, for coming up. I really appreciate it. I know that, shit's not fucking something that you even wanted to talk about. Or you're still even digesting yourself, too.
Of course, beloved. I'm sorry people who can't read are harassing you.
No, it's okay. I'll text you. But I appreciate you, Sam. Everybody take care. I love you, Sam. I'll text you.
I love you too.
Okay. I'll text you. But I love you, Sam. I'll text you.
I love you too.